That's not going to keep
He's back! Go on, Del
Derek Ferguson!
What a welcome us!
There you go, mate.
He's alright.
But we've missed you, mate. We've missed you. Had to listen to Andy and Faddy fucking.
No, I've missed you, by the way.
Have you, mate?
Aye. Of course I have.
So what, mate, just the people they want to know, where have you been?
Well, the first week I wasn't keeping too good.
Oh, you know, mate.
There's reasons for that, which I'd probably blame Countryfile. Do you watch Countryfile?
No.
Aye. Great programme.
What, Countryfile? No.
What were you doing in the country?
Well, they eat things like that. There was a one that the guy goes out into the woods and all that, and he starts eating plants. And all that. Right, so when I was at this wedding, it's in Dumfries, beautiful place. Gigi's yard, stunning.
That's where my brother-in-law got married.
Hey, that
No, my
is
brother-in-law,
stunning.
aye, my brother-in-law,
That was
aye.
Kevin and Lindsay's wedding. So, but it's the only downside's away up in the hill.
Up in the hill at Gatehouse of Fleet.
So, next to trees in the hill, and there's when I parked the motor, there was kind of certain plants kicking about. Seriously, I thought so. We had a beer.
Jaggy nettles.
Ah, you can eat them.
Can you?
Ah, you can eat jaggy nettles, but there was other stuff kicking about, which you maybe not go into. But
There's a fight on it.
well, you see,
I know what you think it was.
I don't know. There was plenty of sheep kicking
He
about,
thought it
but I
was
never
he thought
dabbled
it
with the
was
sheep. No, but I did. I went in later. I boiled a wee cup of water because I'd watched this guy, but he was just taking them off and eating them.
Foraging it's called, isn't it?
Well,
Is that, am I right?
That's it.
I boiled it in a kind of wee cup and all that, just because in case something had pissed on it or whatever.
What made you want to do that?
Because that's
Sheriff.
stuck in
You're
my
at a
mind.
wedding
See,
and they've just had a 3-course meal and you've left the 3-course meal.
No, this was before the meal. This was
Were you
before
hungry?
we kicked on.
Were you hungry? Was there no canopies or nothing?
Listen, it's about a 2-hour journey, and when I go out there, I just thought, why not? Because I dropped Carol and Sarah, Ross's girlfriend, off and went up the top, and I thought, and I'd clocked it, and I went, I'm having a wee bit of that. So I did.
Andy's hair looks like that, didn't it?
And then did you were struggling after it?
Later on, I started kind of feeling a wee bit woozy and all that, man. So I don't know.
What was the food at the wedding?
Oh, the food was second to none.
That's up there with it. I think
That is the best one.
Aye.
What did you get? Come on, tell us.
I can't really remember.
Oh, was that
I'm
good
starting
then?
to get a...
No, if you're getting married, go to Gigi's yard.
Aye.
The plants.
What are you eating?
Sure.
Talking about food.
Oh, sure, no.
Maniac.
What are you on?
Wee blondie.
What is it?
A wee
Blondie.
a wee blonde.
Last night as well.
A wee blonde.
What's that?
They're half a small.
No, that's a belter, mate.
World Series.
What is it, Birmingham City?
Is that?
Orlando. No, LA. The LA Dodgers won one of the series. So after that, you go to Cyprus, mate, is that right?
No, but what about Barry at the wedding?
Oh, he was brilliant. By the way, he was in good form.
Was he, mate?
It's nice to see your eye, because sometimes you see Barry's dead serious, isn't he? Sometimes he just needs to let his hair down. So he does.
Talking about his hair.
Transplanted.
What?
His hair's questionable.
I know. I don't
Is
know.
that a transplant?
He's got a straighter.
Well,
he's
see-
got a straighter fringe inside.
I don't think he does.
And see, my old
His is a
man,
wee bit-
me
I
and
think
my
his
old
is a wee
man,
bit-
me and my old man are bald as a coot.
Oh, so he
you
must
know?
be, aye.
What? So I don't know what he's up to, but what he was in great form because just nice to meet him and have a few beers with him, because I've not done that for a wee while. And the pom-poms were out.
Did he hear them, did he?
Something had them in the back.
Does he know we've called him it?
I've
Bring it
not
up.
got
I could, by
Did
the
he bring
way,
the shot?
he would come and meet you up. Yeah, I could see him.
Get him on
He's
the
an
show.
angry
mate.
man.
He is an
I would
angry
love to
man.
He can be an angry. And he's just-
No, he's not been for years,
But it was nice
actually.
to see him chilled out. That's the whole point.
He was looking smart, mate. I seen your pictures on Facebook. He's looking really smart. He's got better dress sense than you, I'd say now.
Come on.
He does put a bit into it though, doesn't he? He does try to look.
He does like the part.
What you saying? I'm looking at.
No, you're like yours.
Do you know
Look
something?
at The Rock.
I don't give a fucking shit. Once you get a wee bit older,
Denzel
you're not
Washington,
bothered as
ain't
much a rock. So you called me a cock, yeah? You're a cock. Cheers. Nice to be back, by the way.
What do you and Barry talk about? Is it usually football?
Aye. Well, I wanted to know how Kyle was doing, his boy and all that. He plays down there, I think he's in the Conference League and all that. So you just want to know how they're...
You're buzzing that your boy's playing at a better level than his boy.
Do you see
How's he
that?
getting under that? What is it, where is it he's playing? That's the best, isn't it?
How's he getting on?
Oh, by the way, I'm
And the
going
week that Lewis was the Bologna captain. How's your wee boy getting on?
no,
his name
the big
again?
boy, Kel's a good lad. And do you know something? They all got, the brilliant thing, they all got on great together, which is magic. But aye, he's doing alright, isn't he? God almighty. So even I watched the game. Lewis,
Oh, fuck, he's flying.
God,
I watched it yesterday. They were 2-0 done.
What a player.
After what, 13, 14 minutes. But then, by the way, they showed some character, some dig about them.
Yeah, what a
Played
player.
really well.
I think it comes from the captain, doesn't it? To doing it on the pitch, there's nothing a manager can do.
No.
The captain's the
Well,
guy.
he didn't start off as
Change it,
captain
yeah.
yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
So it was
Sylvester,
him and-
who he's a club captain, but when he went off, then he went straight to Lewis.
He's that stupid.
Aye. So, aye. It looks comfortable there, doesn't he?
Well, what-
So he's the other day, I'm going to see him after this. I'm going to shoot him and maybe get a wee half hour. I think we're going for a wee bite to eat. I don't know. I'm still waiting to find out. So,
What would you rather, right? Here's a question for you. Would you rather you had done amazing at football or your boy?
My boy.
oh my, aye.
My boy.
It's really,
Me.
Aye.
I was nearly, see the Empoli game. This is going back to the 1-3-0 at home. Nobody was there. There's always somebody kind of there, whether it's his pals or the family, and that was a game that he captained them. See, after the game, when he FaceTimed us, knowing that he was there himself, I was gutted. I seen him come off the FaceTime. I shouldn't have said this. I get dead emotional, and I'm going, kinda. Aye, I'm full down. I had a wee wander out the back, and I'm going because I was. Aye,
like for plants to eat.
mushrooms, mate. Aye.
Oh my God. You
That's amazing to it.
Aye, so
But
it was,
see, I want to ask a question because I'm going through the early stages of it. Did you ever get nervous watching your boy?
but I'm a shambles.
Even now?
I'm a hope. What Carol's told us already. I said to the boys, she'll no sit and watch a game with me. Like when we were over in Bologna, the boys will no sit and watch it. The telly with me at home. I just can't handle it.
Is it because when you're watching it, do you see what he could have or should have done and think, or do you just get nervous of him no having a great game?
That's it. I just want him to do well, Kev. Do you know that?
I know,
and it's once he's done well, maybe they've had a good result and he's played well, it's like I chill out. But I get that feeling as soon as I wake up in the morning. So as a player, in the way you use word, you don't even think about it. You get up, you're kind of excited, you can't wait to play. But see when it's your boy, and I had that certainly with Barry as well. I had a wee bit of that going to watch him. You just want him to play well. I know. Because
Do you get nervous watching Ross strip?
he's
When he's in the
no,
strippers?
because he's so good at it, by the way, isn't he? The big fella. He actually picked me up today and threw me across the living room, and I was like to him, I says, "How you bampot? I'm going for a knee replacement next year," and he's
He's
killing
playing
me.
on it, he's playing on your
He's
weaknesses.
just throwing me about. I play parcel.
And then Cyprus, mate.
Yes, that was very
What a
enjoyable.
life he's got in it.
Brilliant, mate.
No,
My dad listened to him say he was brilliant on the radio.
No, I'm not hopeless.
My dad says
I'm
brilliant
hopeless
on
on radio.
I listened to you actually you were very, very disappointed.
What I can say is see the guys,
We're going to come to that.
see the guys at the BBC, and there's quite a wee contingent of them that went there. They work their socks off, but I tell you what,
Doing what, like?
Doing nothing.
they do very, and by the way, they enjoy themselves well. Good company. I
So they're
enjoyed
obvious. What did you get? Is everything paid for?
Aye, kind of, aye.
for me,
Basically, that is. So
Who works their socks off at the BBC?
A lot of them. I'll not name the name because we were there was a few of them, even the camera guys, and they were top notch. I enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
they should be working hard. It comes off the taxpayers' money.
Does it? I don't.
We're working hard for them.
It's good to know you're enjoying yourself. You're paying for it.
Because I thought it was like a wee holiday. But
Right.
they don't, but they work. They work.
They fucking
They
do.
do. They're own doing their doing stuff. No,
They're watching porn, they're not doing anything else.
Well, they do. So
How did your boys, how did your Boca the weekend?
Boca, how was Boca wet? I see you were outside.
that the best
I
you've
like
seen
that
it, man?
shout. I like that shout.
Is that the best you've seen?
I like that shout. Kids out in the rain.
It was brilliant, aye.
Right.
No, was it not a gym hall? Or the gym hall?
No,
He was going to put them in a gym hall, but the gym hall
It was
was leaking.
harder rain in the gym hall than it was outside.
So he was one of the coaches, because it was raining, he was going to put them in a gym
Oh,
hall.
was he actually going to put? No. Are you going to put them in the gym hall? Why?
And we wonder why they're all soft.
We're building football players, mate, and characters.
I was stunning.
He'd had them doing gymnastics for an hour in a gym hall.
No, I was stunning raging, doing it. Just the rain just whacking off your head and your feet.
The Wayne whacking off your head. So it was like,
No, but it was listen, amazing. the pocket teams are coming soon, so all the teams out there now.
Here's a question for you, and for young inspiring coaches, 'cause it's good. Did you change your session based on the weather?
Well, I've always had this sort of argument.
Question, that.
Isn't it, mate?
Yes.
I've always had this sort of argument in Scotland.
That's why we've got 106 subscribers, wee man.
That's a good question, because I'll answer, because I remember Dick Campbell, who was at Dunfermline, who was a coach. It's a gale force wind blowing and he's doing a wee kind of crossing and finishing drill. You don't do that. And it's just gale force wind. You've got about 20 passes before you get to the cross. We never even got to the cross. They kept breaking down. Just keep it simple.
Brilliant. No, so I've always had this thing.
You played tag with them?
In Scotland that we've got this. Do you know what? Fuck it.
Oh, he is an exceptional coach, Conor.
No, I've always had this debate in Scotland with the weather. In Spain and all that, it'd be amazing to spend time in technical work really slow, but the problem is in Scotland is I love that, and that's why I do think indoor sessions are really important, but working on their technique. In Scotland, if you really slow it down and really want to get the basics in and continually do that, it's very difficult. You can do it in certain things, but with the weather in the first 5-10 minutes, with the weather it's that cold, at times in the winter you've got me
so you're not doing good warm-ups, no?
No, 6 months, but I mean they'll be absolutely freezing.
No, I get what you're saying.
Whereas in Spain, you probably see it here forever. I mean, they're technically a lot better, but it is difficult if you're no indoors to really work on technical stuff. You can still do it, but I mean, like breaking down slow.
Kids are freezing, mate.
Of course, you need to keep them sort of active and moving all the time. Listen, within that, you still need to do the right thing.
But mate, coaching's worse in bad weather than playing is. See when you're standing on the side and you're fucking drenched, man.
Aye, the kids actually love it, mate. The kids
loved it.
But I was going to ask,
That's the first text I got, this morning, about 1 o'clock in the morning. Lewis. No, Lewis. Because you went like, how cold is it?
Did you?
Is that back in Scotland?
Aye.
It's mad that.
So you just get back, so.
Because you don't realise because you live here, innit? You just.
The only problem you've got is Lewis will end up staying there for life, mate. Why would you want to come back to?
I know. Well, I know. When you go there and you see the facilities and the way they train and all that and everything about
Even
it.
the likes
Why
of
would
food
you?
and all that, I know.
Aye.
Did you watch the Beckham programme?
Brilliant, man.
The boys have been raving about that.
He's a hero, mate.
The boys have been raving at Darren and Ross. They love
I
that.
realised how tough his dad is on them.
Ted. Here's one for you. How the fuck have they two produced David Beckham? Is that hard?
I've not seen it. I'll need to see it.
I've not seen it either.
Are they
Fucking mate, he
Just look like my man, Dad. Do you know what I mean? I look like this and he looks like that.
mate, he is good.
He is a god.
Oh,
He is
I know
a
you know
god.
that, but see when you see him in that, he's fucking just going.
Do you know who's the worst guy in it? Glenn Hoddle, man.
Well, he died.
Do you know though, Si?
Glenn Hoddle's not dead.
He did die.
I
No, I died Thursday, mate. He never died.
We'll get to that,
Can we
Si,
go into that?
We'll go
Because
on.
I get told about that yesterday.
But anyway, Beckham, what a guy, mate.
Is he? I'm desperate to see
What a
this.
guy.
Oh, it's one of the best things I've watched in a long, long time.
Have you got to the Carlos Queiroz part? I've heard he's a weirdo. Glenn Hoddle actually came out in front of everyone in a press conference and like 3 times. See, after he got sent off for Argentina, he's like, we would have won the game if it wasn't for David. But he's like,
So he threw him under the bus?
threw him under the bus,
Oh,
mate. And then the full
yeah.
country for a
I've
year, mate. Everywhere he went.
Oh, I remember it.
People were singing about his wife. And
I remember it, mate. He got
Mate,
dogs
putting
in
pictures
it.
of him
That's
getting
horrible.
hugged.
That is. Aye, that's horrible. I remember that
realise it was
time.
bad as that. It was bad, but that was fucking horrific. Can you remember that?
I remember all of that.
Simeone won it just to be
Simeone,
flirting and
yeah,
entering
Brilliant,
that.
innit?
Simeone
He
laughing
laughs
at
all the
that,
time.
right?
Do you know who has a pain in the arse in it? Fucking Gary Neville, man.
See, the boy seems
Every
to be
time he
quite
comes
late.
on,
I didn't mind, guys. No, I didn't mind, guys. Do you know who does my tits in? His boy Brooklyn.
I've not got that yet.
I don't even watched it, right, and I've seen clips of him just willing, and even looking at him, he's fucking annoying me.
Is that?
No, you're right.
I don't. He's just
You're right.
literally one of the boys you
You
think.
just batter him, Kev.
Aye.
Would you? I could see you.
Give him a fucking slap. Here, beat it. Beat it.
I actually.
He's the first,
No,
so he's
he's
always
not.
got to be the problem. The other two he learned from the problem, and they're better.
No, mine's just different. My first is no. My youngest is fucking.
Oh, wait,
went to
fuck,
mother's,
Jude's
went to
top
parents'
man.
night. Went to parents' night. It's just on the subject quickly. So Frankie was shitting himself, but it was quite quiet. Just like parents' night tonight. But he's like, you looking forward to meeting my teacher? And I was like, he's like, I'm going to get a great report, man. I know it. Get to the school, going Frankie first. Frankie, brilliant report. Go to Jude's. Teacher's like, nah, like miles off it. Tune at the moon, doesn't concentrate. Come out it and he's like, good report. And I was like, no, a bad report, mate. He's like, you're kidding. See, football the week before, he said a shocker, mate, right? Came off the pitch and I went, how? He went, what do you think? I went, terrible. He went, terrible. I thought it was amazing.
That's brilliant.
He's the most deluded wee guy in the world, mate.
No, I like that. He's got a confidence.
No, I do like
about
that,
him.
mate.
Innit?
But deluded.
Wait, what age is
No deluded that.
9.
9-year-olds?
But it's
And
brilliant.
he's on him.
Thinks he's amazing at everything, he's shite at it.
No, I like that. I like he's got. But let him believe that. That's great.
So do you think the first cell was the problem?
Well, going through my experiences,
There's another text you're going to get in it.
Oh,
Speaking
man.
about her old.
I should probably read that other half of the text out, shouldn't I?
How did she take that? When you
She was okay because the way it come across was funny, but I get in the house, reading, obviously having read the text, and took it on board.
Told me about this.
Took it on board. I thought, right, when I come in, that's my first day back to work on Thursday. When I come in, just make the dinner. It's up on the fucking board, mince and tatties, just fry off the mince.
What, on the board?
So I fucking meal plan. So I'm I'm doing the mince, right, and obviously with the mince comes big long streaks of mince. So I like to get the back of the wooden spoon and break it up a bit so it's in wee tinier bits.
Aye.
So I thought, I'm doing a good thing here, doing a good thing, sitting
She
quite
wants a
calm. And
longer
she's
bit.
fucking sitting there on the couch in the kitchen. She went,
watching you?
stop fucking thinking that.
pressure.
Nah, see that?
She says, the mince is
much.
the mince is going to be too tiny.
I just flung the fucking.
And I went,
wood
you know
spoon
what,
at
just
her.
leave it.
You
And
did.
then I went next door, put on the fucking golf, and the golf was out, and I sat there and I started dozing off because I was up at 4. Started going, all right. So I think I must have dozed off for 25 minutes, and I come in, oh shit, Danny, we need to go to Sildic training. Quick, get your stuff ready. I says, Mum's got the tea ready. Nah, that's my fault. And I thought, fucking, here we go again. I thought I said nothing, just got Danny out the car.
Can I stick up for you here, but you're out working all day as well.
No, but it works both-wise, but I don't know. Didn't start an argument.
I'm sticking up
Didn't
here.
start an argument.
And then you're taking to Danny at training as well.
Aye, but she
So you
takes
did-
other boys to their training, so we're doing the same role.
Right. Okay.
You did, mate. You
Do you think they expect too much now?
Well, I did. Yours did. You did a day fuck all.
I'd love to hear this
I do
conversation.
my wee
You
bit.
see the day, no the day.
You did a granddaughter, didn't you?
Oh, I do. Aye, I take me out to school and that, and like, she's just about walking on. I do my wee bit. So I do. I'd like to think so.
I like to think so.
And I try. God loves a try. But they don't let me do a lot of things. Like, they don't let me cook because it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
I told you before, it's just out of the co-op, getting all
Do you
chicken
do?
beans and mash.
Do you clean?
A hoover. I like a hoover.
I like hoovering.
I like to watch Carol hoovering and all, as you know. Told you about that.
Aye.
Especially Sunday morning. But
Just follow her a bit.
Chased her around the house with the Hoover.
By the way, and the times came on Thursday.
Worst day of my life.
One of the, like, genuinely, like, all this sort of carrying on outside, I thought you were gone, mate.
So did
this is a Glenn Hoddle
I've
thing.
never heard
This is
about
what-
this.
I heard
Hoddle?
yesterday. Well, he was dead for 10 minutes.
Oh right. I think I was dead for 3 hours.
So, but it was, so he obviously went after the cooking show, and we all thought, when we were calling you shite arse, and we just thought you were obviously having diarrhea. Obviously, you couldn't come back on. So,
A shite never came out that arse until
so
4 years later.
he never came back on. He obviously never came back on the show. So we thought, we've after when the show finishes, we walk out, and he's just sort of lying on the seat, and he's saying, "I can't move. My stomach's that bad." But you could see in his face had almost went fucking like blue, and your lips and that. And then you were, I mean, you take it away now, Si. Was it just the most horrific pain in your stomach?
Face at first, mate. Face fucking went to the toilet, nearly spewed. Came back, fine on the cooking show for 20 minutes. Then this thing happened to my stomach. It was like fucking lava in my stomach, like a volcano, mate. For 3 years I had that pain, and then I got pins and needles down the side of my left arm, left leg, and I was like, boys, I'm
that's
in
not good.
fucking agony, man. I need to go to the hospital. I'm fucked. Something's happening to me.
Fucking stroke or
So I was
something.
taking a stroke, mate, and my hands were like the Dundee United goalie last season. My hands clasped up like that,
Hands
mate, and I'm trying to open my
Wee
hands.
hamster?
Like, I mean, so I started doing
Be
that.
diffy, innit?
And then the pins and needles, and I was like, to them, boys, take me. So
So me and Andy
fucking
came-
brains a bit. And to be fair, they two are brilliant.
I was
friends,
What
man.
hospital did you go to?
They took us to the wrong fucking hospital, mate.
So Andy's like, Andy's on
What
the
do you
phone.
mean the wrong hospital?
Andy's on the phone to the nurse.
I'm like, A&E, I need to go to A&E.
Andy's on the phone to the nurse, so Andy's like, Slinny, going to put in the hospital. I fucking put in the hospital, drive into it, and Andy's like, mate, that's the wrong one. So we've now 10 minutes behind where we should be.
Right.
He can't, mate, genuinely. He's in the front, and he's sitting there, his hands have locked, and he's like, I can't, so he's obviously freaking out.
This is worse than I thought.
Mate, honestly.
His stomach's just completely fucking, obviously agony. His hands are locked in, he can't move. But before I put the Rang hospital in, we went to the hospital round the corner. It was only 2 minutes from Bucks Bar. We went to the hospital round the corner, we get there. and
Was
they
it
say-
Victoria?
But they can't take us. Couldn't they know?
No, they couldn't take us, no, they can't do anything. You need to go to
Even
top
though
of
you're-
town.
High Street.
Even though you're like a wee hamster.
But
like that?
he's like that to me. He's like that in the motor to Andy. Somebody died in America last week eating a hot Dorito. I'm like, mate, that's the last thing I fucking need to hear right now.
Were you panicking?
Oh,
Like,
mate, shit.
even though your hands couldn't move.
Mate, I thought I was having a stroke. I was like, Adam, I'm having a stroke.
That's
I'm kidding.
What did they say it was?
You were sick about
Sick about 3 or 4 times.
and then that good at all.
It says I've never seen anything. The only time I've seen anything like it was somebody sniffed a guy in Finiston's bag, and it was the same result.
He had the same effect.
So you were close to death. Have you been close to death?
That was as close. That's as close as to dying.
That is genuinely the I said
That's
that's the
horrible.
closest thing I've ever been with somebody that I thought that was the scariest I've ever seen somebody. When I was there, I thought, what the fuck?
What would you have done without him? You believe?
I was nearly Thursday night it hit me more.
He texted
Was
me
it?
saying I've been greeting all night.
It was like a trauma. It was like a trauma. It's if it
It just that's what happened.
really
The
hit
shock,
me.
the
It really
shock
hit-
comes out
aye,
a bit
it really hit
later
me
on.
the Thursday night, and I'm thinking, I couldn't believe I was looking at him like that today.
It's good stuff that bit, innit? But the box bars, I love it. You know?
No, Bugs Bar is brilliant, but that is a sauce that's never been had,
Faddy's
never
Faddy.
invented before.
Faddy was knackered.
Faddy's missus texted me saying he's upstairs calling you met him.
I seen Faddy yesterday for a wee 10-15 minutes. I bumped into him and he said that. He says he was struggling the next day.
Ah, see, I've
He
never
found
done
it
that.
tough, and then he told me about you. But I didn't realise it was as bad as that.
Terrible, mate.
Oh my god.
But it's got nothing to do with Bugs Bar. I think that we asked for it to be hot, right? The hottest.
Because you want to go to the next level.
So it's a sauce that had never been invented before. It's 3
Right.
sauces put together, mate.
Well,
That was terrifying, mate. Aye. So you just said a great question. No, a great question. It was a great question.
Oh, aye.
have you
Near
ever,
death.
because I had one in no Tenerife, Fuerteventura. This is going back about 5 years ago, and just before we were heading to the airport, me and the missus just sitting. The restaurant was dead quiet because it was about 3-4 in the afternoon. I was having a steak, choked, didn't I? Right,
I fear it.
and I'm sitting there, and she doesn't. She only realises when I'm really struggling, and I can't do it, and I've started to panic. I've got a glass of red wine. I try to gulp it down, it just comes back up. I'm really struggling. She was running behind me, picking me up and whacking me in the back and all that.
Disgusting, mate.
And I said to her after it, I says, missed opportunity. I says, you should have just fucking left me. I says, walked away quietly into the toilet. I would have been dead. You would have been quids in, by the way. Why would you not do that? She says, would you have done that with me? I says, I would have thought about it. I says, I did a wee thing. I just sat there for a wee 15-20 seconds and went, shall I save her? No. And then I'd work out what I'm going to get and insurance, you know what I mean? But she could have done that. But it was horrible.
That's
See,
a
you
scary-
panicked
that's
and I
bad.
panicked and she was...
I did that, I've choked.
She saved my life.
I mean, I choked on
What,
a
the chicken bone? You heard this?
Fucking
Hot,
chicken
no.
bone. I was eating an Indian one night and
A traditional Indian.
traditional Indian, spaghetti bolognese.
What about the English food? The boys were telling us English food.
Traditional British spaghetti bolognese.
Fucking
I love
chicken.
that.
Chicken gets stuck in the throat
Well,
like
my-
you. No matter how many drinks I took,
Oh,
just
mate,
comes
that's
back
a
up.
fear, man.
And I was like, I'm struggling here. She went, what do you want me to do? The fucking
She's
way
like, go and
you
do- you've not done the
She
fucking
says-
Hoover yet.
She says, aye. She says, the way you fucking eat your food, the way you eat your fucking food, you want to choking. And I'm like, Lynn, I can't actually breathe. She's like, well,
she's still giving it to you.
and I just ignored her, man, went straight up the stair, fingers in, wasn't happening, and I jumped out the motor and drove straight to the myself.
And what happened?
And I got there and they said, we need to get you in quick, and they fucking...
Are you sure this marriage is working, by the way?
Oh, it's working, aye. It's working, and they got the chicken bone out and
That's
fucking stuck that big fucking thing right down your throat, man, right down there. That camera thing to check it, everything was cleared.
That's had a
horrible.
It's horrendous, man.
Have you ever had it near death?
No, I don't know, was a wee boy choked with a gobstopper. Remember these sweets?
Oh, mate, they were
Oh,
fucking
done.
huge, weren't they?
If I man to me,
You're not supposed to eat them whole.
Aye. I get into trouble
Man,
because
Michelle tipped me upside down. And got it.
that's what my dad done with Barry. I was giving Barry Murray mints. I wasn't
well,
supposed to
well.
give him a Murray mints and they get stuck in his throat. My dad was ogging off his head at me because he was holding Barry at the time, scalping him. He was upside down. He's like, I told you not to give him them. But it's my wee brother, isn't it? Give him a Murray mint. Maybe I was trying to kill
You
him.
would panic if you're with something that happened.
Oh, see your kid, that happening to your kid, mate, that gives me the biggest fear.
Oh, that's
brutal.
scary. So it is.
Is that a wee beer you were having now?
He's trying to hide it.
No,
Is that,
I like
is
the
that an
cup.
Italian beer?
Mate, that is.
What was it we asked producer put in a thing what beers he's wanting? I think I said Peroni and he said Moretti. He put in Beck's Blue.
Non-alcoholic beer. What is your favourite beer?
I do like a Moretti.
I like Stella, but
oh.
I'm a psychopath, so I can't drink it.
What's the other one?
I do like a Tenants, but I was in the
Tenants.
I do love a Tenants. See when you get a good pint of Tenants, a really good one.
Mena Brea. Tenants make Mena Brea.
Tenants
It's a
is
lovely.
nice.
It's a lovely beer. So it is.
Is it?
You like that?
Fucking hate IPA. It's like somebody's farted in a tennis, mate.
Brutal.
I hate all that shit.
I had a few Keo last week. Keo.
Keel's nice,
Good beer. That's
Hey,
all
No,
right.
in fact, Keel's piss.
The one for the
Keel's piss.
It does a trick.
No, Keel's
one you get for the Chinese, the Cobra.
Cobra's nice.
Lovely, aye.
Cobra's nice.
What's one's with a Chinese and one's with an Indian? I'm sure Cobra's
Cobra's a
Indian. What
Indian.
Chinese is?
Oh,
It's nice as well.
I was my. No, it's wasabi.
Huh?
Wasabi.
No.
No, no.
No, it's a blue bottle with orange writing.
That's a dish.
I can't remember what it's called, but with Chinese, it's lovely.
is it Cobra's a Chinese?
Cobra's Indian. Ray Parlour loves them, doesn't he? Cobra bombs.
Is it?
Chinese is different. I can't remember what it's
What's
called.
your favourite a Saturday night with like a Chinese and a beer, or is it a Sunday?
Mate, see Monday to Friday, Monday, Friday, Sunday, right? I can't sleep a fucking wink. See, every Saturday, all I look forward to is coming home, getting a takeaway food, couple of bottles of wine, and watch match of the day. See, every fucking match of the day, first game, mate, I'm like that.
Mad, isn't it?
I know.
How's that fair? Can't
That's
sleep
shite.
all week, and then you get to Saturday like that.
I switch after match of the day. I don't watch that as much.
You didn't like Lineker, do you?
That's alright. But I'd rather watch. Did you watch the boxing last night?
No, was that Warrington fight? You get beat, didn't he?
Woods, by the way, was battering the boy Woods, and then he just done. I think it was the 8th round. What a finish it was! Unbelievable.
He's good that way. That boy's done that a few times. Came back if you get.
Isn't he?
I watched Rocky 1 last night with the kids. with the kids.
Rocky one.
Aye, they like an old like.
Rocky
one.
I get it.
Listen, the kids like a bit of like an old movie that I would have liked when I grew up. And I remember watching Rocky, and I says, I fucking
Sorry,
guarantee
yeah.
when we get to the end of this, they're going to be punching fucking each other in the house. And sure enough, when he's shouting in the ring, Adrian! Right? And the boys are like, yes, Dad. And then that's saying the taps came off and started doing the shadow boxing. So we're going to watch Rocky 2 tonight.
Oh, you didn't.
we're doing the film,
You're
innit?
going to
Fourth's the best in Russia, innit? Ivan Drago.
Is that the 4th one?
That's the fourth. That's the best.
I don't know if I can wait that long. I might just skip
That's
the
the
4th.
best by a
And then
mile,
you'll be moving on to Rambo next. No,
Oh, aye, well.
Rambo.
What's the one where he
Rambo's
runs-
shite, I wouldn't watch
What's the one where he runs up the
Rambo's
steps?
class.
What's the one where he runs up the steps and everybody follows him?
It's the first.
Rocky.
Second.
That's the first.
Second.
Aye.
That's
No, I
Rocky,
think
yeah.
that's the
It's
first
Rocky,
one.
what one is it?
Second.
The first one he runs up his cell.
Is that not
No, I think it's the third. I think it's Mr. T fight, is it not? Am I
Is
wrong?
it?
No, he goes away with Mr. T, alright.
Apollo Creed, that one's good, isn't it?
That's good.
Rambo-
You're a bit like
Rambo-
Uncle Polly.
Uncle Polly.
Andy's like wee Mickey, isn't he?
Yeah, bum.
Right,
Rambo was brilliant.
Was it?
See when he's getting hosed. You remember the first one when he's getting hosed in the police station?
He's getting hosed. He's going naked.
Rambo's good.
Is Sylvester Stallone got a big dick?
Oh,
I can't remember that.
Tiny.
Rambo's good movie.
Rambo's
Remember Will Smith had to strap his Wally to his knee in iRobot? No,
His knee.
he was filming iRobot and they were doing a
Oh, I
shower
know.
scene. But the scene it kept dangling, it was that big, so they had to strap it on the filming, strap it right to his knee so it didn't budge a bit.
There's no way his cock goes to his knee.
Mate, close to it. And they generally had to tie it around his thigh.
Where would yours go?
They get a waistcoat.
3 boys. Right, anyway, but we're quite ready to go into the
I think there's
football.
only one place to start for the football, isn't there?
Where?
What a game, Edinburgh Derby now.
Oh, we're pissed.
Why is it on Sky?
Like, Matt, we're pissing in the wind in this country,
Incredible.
mate. Honestly, with this, none of these games on. I mean, that was an absolute
I
epic
don't
yesterday.
know- I don't know what's
and you
going on
can't
with-
see it again.
That's how you sell the game. Games like that being on the telly now.
Just like
And what-
end to end.
What was the Hib support? But only what 2,000-3,000 guys? I don't know that go in there.
Aye.
Or the Hib
No, they had
supporters
the-
that don't get to see the
Aye,
game.
I know.
It's well a massive game like that.
How can why
Nah,
is it-
that's box office.
How
I
can
played.
Sky pick Rangers v St Mirren
I know.
and then fucking...
Every Edinburgh Derby show on the
Yeah,
telly
right.
now. Every
Aye.
single one.
Yeah.
man.
They're always
scheduled
good
in that.
games.
He's played them. I've played them.
They're always good games.
Massive.
They're really good games.
Aye, and it's installed. Well, it was to me when I went to Hearts. With a lot of the boys in that dressing room, what it meant to them.
Oh, mate.
Everything, by the way.
You could imagine Gary O'Connor looking through every channel to find where the fuck's this game, man?
Case class, wasn't he?
Big guy.
He's brilliant.
Mate, that's but that does my nothing though. That how you meant to promote your game in this country? There's already a lot of lack of finances to the teams, obviously compared to our leagues. Games like that should always be on.
This is the thing.
It's a brilliant game as well.
You're trying to promote Scottish football, and you think by promoting them is by using Celtic Rangers for every game. Chuck in the odd random game. It doesn't always need
And
to
that's
be,
not an odd random
no,
game.
but, no,
That's
but,
a-
but what I mean is it doesn't
It's
always
Called
need
it
to be
Edinburgh
Hibs or
Derby, a
Hearts.
random game.
No,
No, I don't mean I don't mean random game. What I
No
mean
wonder
is
he
like,
doesn't get invited back for the Legends
I didn't
game.
mean it like that. What I meant was is that other than
Traditional random
Celtic,
game.
like
Aye,
the
it's-
random games of like Rangers v St Mirren. Come on, why could we
You're
know?
right.
It's
That
just
ga-
nah.
because there's a massive audience that want to watch that. Everything that goes with it. It's crazy. And what is the reason they can only go to the grounds or have live games so many times? I one of the few of the boys were saying that yesterday.
If Sky can't cover all the games, then BBC or somebody take the game.
You get in touch with
money to do it.
You need to get in touch with Amazon or something, get them to cut a deal, even just like a pay-per-view. Put it on.
But see, like a BBC Alba, like Falkirk at Hamilton were on Saturday night.
That's right, 5:30. Played nothing each.
Could we not put Hearts and Hibs on at 5:30 and just showed it on BBC Alba?
Maybe Sky doesn't let it because they're paying the teams certain money.
There'll be some sort of way that the deal's manufactured
I
to suit
don't know the ins
everybody.
and outs of that, but
Obviously, you're never going to get like an unbelievable game guaranteed, but the fact that game was 2-2 after Hearts being 2-0 up, Hearts were good for 2-0 up. Hearts were...
Did Hearts batter them first half?
Hearts were very good. Obviously, I watched parts of it. One of the boys had Hearts TV. One of the boys had Hearts TV, so I watched it. But Hearts looked... the first half, Hearts were very, very comfortable. Like, really comfortable.
Right.
Alan Forrest's finish is
what a goal,
unbelievable. Lowry had a good chance on the volley. They hit the post, but Hibs were... See, when you see like a new manager come in, you would obviously, the way you interview and the way you go about your role, you would say, what style the Hibs
What was the style, okay?
I don't know.
No. What did
For
they
me,
do
it
for
was
goal
just-
kicks?
For goal kicks, I was trying to go to the back thing, but it just then kept going long. So I was like, well, why not just push your team up and let Marcy kick it?
Yeah.
But it kept getting to like Bashiri and the other guy fishing it, and they were just trying to turn. And I'm thinking, you've got Martin Boyle here on the left wing. He was playing on the left
Johan
side.
as well, pace in it.
Pace. Get them on the ball.
Of course.
Like, you've got Lowry on the right for Hearts.
Did he not play in the middle? He played off 10, didn't he? Played off
He should,
Shankland.
and that's
Like,
what he
He's
should
excellent,
play.
Lowry.
I don't know. For me, I didn't see really too much. Yuhan was Yulan.
Johan.
He was quite quiet in the first half,
I said that.
and he was a bit better in the second half. But a bit better in the second half because Hearts allowed him to be better. Hearts shouldn't have had that. Should never have been 2-2. Hearts should have been 3-4 game on and up the road.
Did he then make a sub?
He took off
Lowry.
He took off
after
Lowry.
60 minutes.
I can understand why he took off Devlin, because Devlin was booked after like 3-4 minutes or something.
I can't believe he took Lowry.
But he took Lowry off, and he was probably your main threat.
Just seems a wee bit too early, doesn't it? I know you're maybe thinking 20, 15 minutes to go or whatever, but
No,
you know,
just more or less slowed down off.
If you're going to bring him off, put Boyce on there.
Same
So you're still dominating the game, you're not.
Yep.
It's a
on
defensive
the front
substitution,
foot,
isn't it?
aye. And it's like kind of saying to the opposition, we're going to sit in, we're going to protect now, and it just gives them that wee impetus, doesn't it? Was that the-
See Hibs' first goal. He actually caused it. He kicked
The boy that
ball.
come on, Beringby.
And he gives the ball.
Just
away.
to clear it well.
Mate, I'm
Right
not
away.
being funny, but see if you're bringing me on the side, you're actually sitting thinking, why am I going on here?
Aye.
You didn't want to go on, you're two up, the boys are comfortable.
Aye,
100%. I can't believe that. So.
But it just seemed a kind of negative substitution, especially when you're at home. Well, no, I don't know. I didn't watch it. I'm listening. You know what I'm going to say. But
BBC Scotland.
Of course I was. I opened all mics and that. So I was listening to that. So
Open all arses, you call it, innit?
good one. Let me come up with something. But I just thought it was strange at that period of time, you know, to make that change.
He said in his interview afterwards, poor, really poor this, poor that. And I actually thought, the way you changed that game was poor.
Aye. And management.
Like, see,
Like
listening to
you
the
say,
manager,
I understand with 10, 15 minutes to go, bring off Lowry, try and shop. But nobody amount of time that had left, that probably gave Montgomery's probably looking at it and thinking, fucking hell, they're going to sit in. We'll need to kind of maybe change things a wee bit ourselves. And don't get me wrong, the two goals they've got are faults of
It
Hearts.
sounded to me, Kev, that when you listen to Naismith talking about Lowry, he says he's still learning the game, he's still playing his... No, but the thing for me is with a guy like Lowry, he sees that pass, he's got that imagination, he can play that killer pass. There will be times when he tries it doesn't come off, all it takes is that one time, bang, you get a goal. So that's how you kind of... And you look after they guys, they types of players. I think, it's just my opinion.
But he said, said anyone that was at the game would see that he looked tired. 21, what is he, 19?
That was you said
19,
that.
20
You
year
can
old.
get the in like a big derby game, the adrenaline and everything, but at his age and where he's obviously on loan for Rangers, and you should be able to handle that.
That's the first time he's really played in the 10, isn't he? I think that is his best
And he's got
position.
to play-
Middle of the
he's
pitch,
got to
'cause he
play
sees
centre.
they through passes, doesn't he?
They've been playing him out on the left hand
Yeah,
side.
it's not
and all that. He's a boy that's got to be involved. He's got to be loved, and I just think with him, he's not played enough since he's went there.
Yeah.
And I just think, I just listening in, and when you listen to the way people are describing the game, I thought that just sounded like a wee mistake, taking him off a wee bit too early. So it did.
Boy's not playing.
I think he's obviously preferred Lowry ahead of him, isn't he? In that 10. But
It's because of the 69ers.
it's mad for me, Lowry, wasn't he? Boys.
See on the boys, Lowry over boys. The first effort that Lowry had in goal would, for me, show why, because
Post.
the balls come over for
aye.
Shankland, and Lowry's making that a forward run. Would you have saw?
No, Boyce would stand when he
Boyce would be sitting
play,
there.
wouldn't he?
So for me, I think that's the reason why you probably put Lowry in there ahead of Boyce. Don't get me wrong, Boyce are really good footballer, really, really clever. Him and Shankland are very similar. But Lowry is forward thinking, where he sees that ball and think, I'm getting in here.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the reason why. But again, bringing on Boyce for Lowry is a good substitution. But I think it was just at the wrong time.
No, I never thought he was bringing.
No, but Beringby come on for Lowry.
Just to
Boyce
kind of
come
show,
on later. But
and
what I'm
that's-
saying, if you're doing that kind of swap with those players,
So did Hearts just go into a photo? Because obviously if Lowry's on,
basically when we
went
see-
so it was almost like a 4-5.
three defensive centre midfielders.
But then the worst thing is, Hibs scored the 2, right? Big Civic, man. He was certainly a
His
couple of
one,
minutes to
didn't
forget. But as soon as they score 2, he then brings Boyce on.
Aye.
He takes a lead, says, right, we're going to go more defensive.
Why do that?
I've never seen that work. I think it's mental. Why
If
managers
someone's
do that.
working, why change
Why
it?
change it? I can't.
I agree.
Derek said, you're almost saying to the team, inviting them on to you, put pressure on you, when you're sort of dominating the
And I don't
game.
even think
can't
that
work it.
think that Hibs were of a major threat to Hearts yesterday.
Aye,
Hibs
until-
was kind of like huffed and puffed until they got that wee sniffed the opportunity, because they scored 2 goals in 2 minutes, as if Civic kind of like lost his head for fucking 5 minutes.
that second man,
Second
I don't know
man's really
what
poor.
do you think he's trying to do there?
What,
think-
so what's the one he just touches back?
That's the second one.
Second one,
It's as if he's
Is he
like trying
stretching
to.
to?
I
No.
don't think so. Nah.
I don't know what he's actually trying to do.
Aye.
It's a strange one, man.
What do you
It's
think? Put
either-
your foot, put it out for a corner
I
or a
think,
throw in.
I think he was watching Country File, by the way, and had a couple of what I had.
Got a punch. They had a couple of
Aye,
wins
couple of
before the
wee
game,
punch,
didn't he? Couple of
No,
check-
Hearts will be
before the game.
disappointed not to walk away there with 3 points.
Aye.
But for a positive side for Hibs to come back,
What
doing
a
it
fact.
doing, especially there.
Well, Johan said that, was it Montgomery gave him harsh words at half time?
Aye, he says, I listened to him at half time. Says he get angry with him, and it's the first time. So obviously they weren't at it in terms of what he was asking them to do. So they were just a wee bit more positive. But I still think what we were talking about there. I still think Hearts played into their hands with that
definitely.
subs.
See, with that, with Montgomery going with the 4-4-2, should he have, I know you don't want to change sort of the way you play, but with Lowry playing in that 10, he kept getting in behind their midfielders. Should he have maybe for that game, maybe put an extra midfielder in? It's easy to
don't
say in
know,
hindsight though, innit? When you
I think
like,
you still
stick to your
play, but maybe
philosophy,
when your
stick-
centre back just needs to step in it a little bit instead of going with an extra man, and your distances between your defence and your
because you
midfield
need
need
to
to
get
be.
your grips with him at all.
No.
He was just getting in behind the midfield and it was sort of
It was as if nobody knew who to pick him.
Aye.
It's like he's there 1 minute in the left wing, putting balls in the box, and then he's running through one-on-one with the keeper. Like, who's picking? That's where you've just got to, like I say, a bit of organisation.
Yeah.
Get your distance a bit tighter so he doesn't have that space.
Yeah, there was
And
big
sometimes guys like that, like to nullify him, just go on him for a wee 5-10 minutes. Just kind of, no noise him up, but you know what I mean, stick with him and not, and just put him off a wee bit. So you can do things like simple things like that.
Do you think Rangers will want
I actually
back?
quite feel. I feel like he's needed an
He
opportunity.
was better than Lammers, isn't he?
I feel like Lowry's needed the opportunity to go and play with another SPL team, right, and get that experience that he needs. Because obviously at Rangers, for whatever reason, wasn't he going to get in there. And now that Davies has come in and gave obviously today some of the young players an opportunity.
Lowry would have
been got that opportunity. So you kind of feel like you feel sorry for him because he would be get that opportunity, but he's still at a good club to.
What about this? Lauren Shanklin's not scored in the last 8 games.
Lawrence Shanklin's only scored
realise
one.
You know the Scotland squad either,
One
I
league
don't
goal
know.
this season.
I'm surprised at that. He's
One
not
league goal this season. Am I right? in
I
saying-
could be wrong with some fucking message saying you're talking.
I think it's one league
I've
goal.
seen it on Twitter. 8 games he's not scored.
I think it's one league goal he scored this year.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Why is that? What are we putting this down to?
I don't know. On the basis of yesterday, Hearts' opportunities weren't they, like, I would say, creative play that's they've unlocked Hibs' defence. Some of them have been longer balls over the top. The likes of Alan Forrest's goal,
Beating
he's got
somebody.
inside, he's beat somebody. Lowry's chance was a long ball thing. His second chance was manufactured again by himself. So it wasn't as if that they're creating, I would say, hundreds of chances for likes of Shankland to be there scoring. On that run that Shankland had, how many penalties did he score?
But also Ginelli was a massive player for Shankland as well.
Ginelli,
And that's what you're saying. You're
aye.
talking about guys like Forrest, Lowry. They'll make opportunities for guys. That's the one thing you can point the finger at Hearts. The middle of the park. they're workmanlike. You know, they've no got that wee bit of kind of class or that finesse. So that's something maybe they need to kind of, you know, rectify and get that type of player in that can make chances. Because, by the way, he's a finisher anyway. He's a terrific.
Oh, he gave him chances to score.
He's a good player.
But that surprised me when you say that, innit? You don't realise that.
We Alan.
He used to, I'm not joking, Earl used to score goals like all the time.
Did he, Paul?
Yeah, I actually couldn't believe he could hit the ball that hard.
No,
great.
Wait, the ones
Finish.
the ones he's left foot, but see, Earl, he used to score that with his right foot. I mean, long distance all the time.
What, were you sitting watching that?
I was on the bench. Couldn't believe it. I've seen the boys in the house he playing, but
Is he a good player, sorry?
aye, cracking player.
Is he, mate?
Really?
Really similar to Jamesy?
No, different. Jamesy was maybe new, but Jamesy was a lot more direct, as in be at the touchline, 1v1 take home players. Alan's more wants to come into the wee pockets.
Oh, does he? Right, so he's better maybe in the
He actually,
inside the pitch, like?
He actually said to me that he liked with Naismith because Naismith almost said to him, on you go. If you see something, go and play, and you don't need to be sort of part of this, like you need to stay in this position here if you feel it, because he says he feels he's better at coming in the pitch or making a run, whatever. And they always did prefer that, coming in the pitch, getting on the half turn. And as I say, the air when McCall came in, it was about 3 or 4 games in a row where he was just scoring wonder goals. I've never seen one like that with the left foot. Though.
How unfair though that their dad's boys can produce 2 players like that. These things can't even produce 1 player, mate.
No.
It's not fair, is it?
I don't know how it happens with some
Imagine what imagine what the McGinn's dad's boys must be like to produce 3 of them.
be outstanding.
What age is Alan Forrest? What age is he?
Alan Forrest is young, he's 25 something maybe.
Is he?
But him and James still share a room again.
He must be about 25, 26.
Do you know the one thing I would say about him? He's got the exact same mentality as Jamesy.
Is he right?
So even when older players got on him or having a bad game, never ever affected him. Ever.
That's a great thing to have.
Team, and he was a very quiet young kid.
Right.
I think he's quite still.
Do you think he was a good player, Kev?
Aye, I thought at the time, like you're saying, he's only like 15, 16, so
He was 15?
I think it was about 15, 16
would have
maybe.
been
Did he when he played with Air?
I think so.
First team?
Maybe 16.
Wow. Never knew that.
Maybe, aye. I might be wrong, but he's not be far away, a year or 2 either side, but very skinny for me at that time, but obviously he's just a teenager. Probably just broke
He
into
showed
puberty.
you though, didn't it, about that lower league?
Aye, but he was, he had ability, you could tell he had ability. I always used to think that, see if he filled out a wee bit or went to the gym, he would be a good wee player.
See, if you look at, you're saying the lower leagues and all that, some
mad.
terrific
Aye,
players.
there is, mate.
Thinking Nicky
I was even,
Devlin.
aye.
Stop banging on about fucking Nicky Devlin, man.
But see, even down the leagues, I was looking at,
He's been playing with Livingston for the last 6 years. Lower leagues, you think, Nicky? How's he a lower league player?
have you looked at it? See, I'm just throwing one in there because we're talking about the players in the Championship. I was looking at it last night. The Rafe Rovers are doing really well. So they're
Dylan Easton.
top drawer.
Great player.
Mullen, few of them. Burn.
Lewis Vaughan, if he can stay fit.
Lewis, aye.
Great player.
He said injuries. See, when you look at them, they're off talented boys. All right, good boys. But I still think could play.
I'm telling you, I've got 3 players in the East Kilbride team that I think can play in the SPL.
I know.
And I know, do you know how I know? Because I've had boys on loan at Peterhead who are now playing in the SPL and they're just as good.
Great, because I watched the wee boy Tiffany as well with Partick last season, and I knew he's getting his opportunity in the Premiership. He's doing it with Dundee. I don't think he played. Well, they never played just so it was called off, but he's done all right. And I just think these guys need that opportunity.
Aye.
So
somebody take an opportunity on them.
But that's I was listening to Big Boy today, before the game. I think he got it spot on in terms of he was saying that why Rangers haven't tapped into the Scottish market. And
Well, look at you, but you're,
well,
your
no,
boys,
I know you might talk.
I know you didn't want it,
Aye,
but I mean,
that-
how Rangers never signed Lewis Ferguson?
Aye,
Is fucking
but no, the other
incredible.
guys
Nisbet,
as well.
Ferguson, Shanklin.
Guys that were staring you in the face. Aye.
Why didn't they? What is it? A snobbery like?
Aye, that's it. And that's
But why some of their best
that's
players in the
word.
previous years were signed for SPL teams?
Well, you look at in the past top managers, Rangers, Walter Smith always done that.
Kevin Thompson.
That's it. Aye, Audie.
Alec McLeish, and take this the wrong way, but
You're
Alec
banging the money.
McLeish signed Big Tomo at Dundee United. But Tomo returned a lot of goals for that Rangers team,
Aye.
regardless of what you
That's
thought.
right.
That's what Rangers needed. Boyd to come up.
He's a prime example,
Aye.
isn't he?
Ryan example.
So, yes.
Tomo when you had Boyd.
Tomo.
Ryan example.
Stinking.
No, it's a good
I'd
example.
be
George,
my
it's a good example.
Just
I'd
knows
be my
good
argument
design.
against signing boys
Nah,
like that.
but I'm just saying, if you look at Tomo's goals he scored for Rangers, it's a lot.
I think
of
that's what
one.
Boyd used. He used that word snobbery, and it's a kind of it's like. But I'm sure Michael Beale said that. He says, "I don't even look at the Scottish market." Why would you know?
Nah, it's incredible.
Isn't it?
Well, their best player today was signed for Hearts, Suter.
Aye,
So you sign all these 8 other guys.
I know.
They only had 3 players for the summer starting. So who was your best player starting for Hearts?
Best thing today was just, you see, I know the boy Lovelace has got a bad injury there,
First
hamstring, but just seeing the other boys, McCausland coming on as well, Bailey coming on later in the game, they give you a freshness, an energy, an appetite for the game. They don't fear anything, and that's what's it's a matter. I know.
Before we go to the Rangers, because that's a good point.
Aye.
But just quickly, Stephen Naismith's next 2 games are Celtic at home and Rangers away.
Hearts are sitting third now, which when I looked at the table the other day, that actually surprised me. Because I didn't think they've had that great a start. But they're fourth, is it fourth?
Fourth, yeah.
Aye, fourth behind St Mirren. I'm sitting there thinking that I think it's 11 points they've got. 8 games.
See, they get beat there too. What will Tynecastle beat? Well, obviously they're.
I genuinely believe that on the back of yesterday, knowing the Hearts fans, that the way, because of the substitutions he made at the time, he made
The
nothing.
booze at full
I
time.
think the Hearts fans would identify that as well, because that's obvious. Sometimes in games you kind of see things that are a decision making that as a fan you might think, oh aye, but I think that yesterday was too obvious. 2-0 up and you take off your most creative player and you end up drawing the game 2-2.
See, on the
Could have
Hearts
lost it.
fans,
I'll
do
get
you know,
you your beer, mate.
aye, do you know, aye, we'll talk about that in a wee
Talk about
second.
what, me getting your beer? Don't need to talk about that, mate. I'll just get you it.
This is great, this is like being at the BBC. It's magic, thank
You
you
want me
very
to
much.
pour it in your
You're trying to
back?
screw the lid off you.
Do you want me to massage you?
No, see on the Hearts fans, I didn't realise they're putting in like 180 grand a month.
Aye, the
I
thing
didn't,
is,
and then I was
How much
made,
he's putting in?
I was made aware of it last week. So
fun.
Taking stuff out the club.
it's about 150. It's been up and up each
Charges
year,
him
but it's
£2
about
grand for
150.
speakers now.
It's about 150 grand a month. So when you actually think about that, how many players you
That
can bring
is-
in for that?
I
That's
didn't realise,
incredible.
Kev.
Like 150 grand a month. So what we're looking at there, that if you divide up by like
You're very good at maths. This is good. This
divide
is he's very good at
divide
maths.
up by 4 weeks, that's like 37.5 grand a week. You could
that's
put
pretty
in
sharp,
players.
Mate, you actually should go be the new Carol Vorderman in Countdown, shouldn't you?
37,
Mate, that's incredible, that's right.
37.5 grand a week for wages.
Ah,
So if you're
Skirt
thinking
on and
average
all.
Oh,
wage,
put a skirt on.
Skirt on, I can see, aye.
Can I have a consonant, please, Kevin?
Have you saw the clips have you saw the clips with her up against and giving it a bit of large? Have you seen it? She's, I
No,
don't...
send it to her.
Right, I'll need to get
You
it.
like a wee bit of Carol?
It's tremendous.
Like a wee bit of Carol.
Ferguson or Vorderman, who'd you like better?
Oh, so it's got to be a Ferguson every day of the week. But
I'd take Carol Ferguson over Carol Vorderman.
Would you?
You are
She's a bit
unbelievable
of a
numbers,
shit,
mate.
isn't she?
You
I
are
like numbers,
amazing.
aye.
Yeah, I know.
Years are.
Countdown
years are
conundrum.
playing darts.
So fair play, that's how you tip my cap to
know.
the Heart supporters. I think that's unbelievable.
Ask a times table, see who gets it first.
Oh, good. Right, ready for this? I'm going to get hard on. No, wait, right.
No, but
I'm going to get hard on.
You can't go like mad, like.
No.
like,
Oh, no.
Like
Something
50.
that's simple.
Right, okay.
7 times 6.
42.
Sit down!
That's how that says 6 7s there.
Wait, stand up again.
I'll give you another one.
He sits down.
Just a wee bit. Just for the wee man.
That's all it needs, just a wee bit. That's all that thing needs is just a wee bit.
I'm going to the toilet and pop him
4
out.
9s.
36.
Oh my God, Kev, he's doing you.
I'm leaving this.
Right, come on, Kev. Right,
12,
Kev,
12.
tune in.
What?
No,
Nine
you
eights.
asked the question.
9 8s.
57.
72.
72. Pass.
Right, 2-1. We'll go first to 5.
No.
8 times 8.
64.
No, it was a draw. It was a draw.
That's tremendous.
11 times 12.
121.
Kev got there. 2-2.
Oh, he did.
Up to 3. This is the last one.
9 times 5.
5.
No, that was a draw.
No,
That was a draw. 8 times.
You love this,
7.
56.
Class, by the way. Hey, that's
Tell you
impressive.
what, 12 times
That is
11 was
impressive.
outrageous.
I know.
You've done your times
I'm
tables.
amazing, man.
You're
good.
quick, eh?
I am good.
How did you get good
I
at
couldn't even
maths?
get any money for a while thing.
I thought you said. Your mind was kind of foggy.
What, it's
Talk
clear now.
shite.
That
He
is
just
not-
talks shite for his dad.
Nah, nah,
I
that
just
is-
proves he talks shite.
Oh,
doesn't he?
Derek, the last
There's
few
nothing
weeks
wrong
he's been
with
saying
his
that he's not had much of the bit of action. That
No,
I
no.
think
That's
maybe,
what it is.
I think he's had a bit of action and he's totally
No, he
clear.
definitely hasn't.
The
No,
road
no,
is
no.
clear.
That
You wouldn't be dressed like that if you had a bit of
blondie.
action.
That blondie
Do you know
done
what?
it for you.
I've changed my style. I went like scruffy jeans and
Aye.
hoodies.
Wait, it's always been scruffy. What have you changed from to scruffy?
I thought you're
Scruffy.
pretty dapper today.
I don't know why I've got dog hair in my jumper. I've got a dog.
Hold on.
Look, see it?
I've got a dog here. I've got a dog.
You've been sleeping rough.
Oh, mate, I seen Charlie walking with scruffy gear and he looked good in it, so I thought, go for it.
Did he?
He could put
Aye,
it
but
on.
did he?
No scruffy, but
He's 6'5" and
Aye, did
gorgeous.
he have Doug's hair? He's who did?
No, he did. He's got a wee dog.
Aye, he's got 2 dogs now.
Oh, he has
2 wee
two dogs,
greyhounds.
hasn't he?
He loves doggy, doesn't he? No, he does. He loves
Never
doggy.
said that.
Two wee
Aye,
greyhounds.
yeah.
Greyhounds are no wee dogs, are they?
No, but he buys them really young.
We Italian man.
yeah.
Italian grade.
Traditional Italian
Oh,
greyhound.
right.
He's got a traditional. You should get some of that spaghetti bolognese for the Hearts and Hibs. For the 2 dogs. Right, Rangers. Derek, come on. You're usually good at these. When Rangers are in crisis, you usually give a right good monologue to the camera that people resonate with.
Don't want to talk about them. Nah.
Hey, that's Scunnered, mate.
No, it's mate. Listen, that game in Cyprus.
Embarrassing.
Was it that?
Woeful,
Embarrassed. I watched the first
shamble,
half,
you name it,
embarrassed.
and just even being there and just watching the body language.
A lack
of
of, am I wrong to
players.
say a lack of effort?
Yes.
I'm wrong to say
Going
that.
through the motion. No, you're right.
Right,
You're
aye.
bang on the money. And you just think when somebody like Stephen
Exactly, mate.
Davis is, and listen, he knows him. He's been a player with all these guys. So you think, show him a wee bit of respect. Go out there. And with Alec Ray, I know Alec
Work
pretty
your
well.
arse off for him.
Aye, that's the first thing you're going to do. So, but even watching them, when they went a goal behind, the reaction, nobody gets after each other. The heads are down, they're walking about, they're no bothered, they're no bothering their backside, and you're going, come on, what's going on here? And even at the end of the game, and the travelling support, you know, it was kind of fragmented in terms of the way they went to them, and it was a kind of half-hearted clap of the hands. It was a bit like taking the piss, a wee bit, you know, but it was a hard watch. And that's a game, and that wasn't an intimidating atmosphere. Far from it, by the way. That's a game that Rangers, you know, after the great win against Betis, they should have been capitalising on that, getting a good win, doing it for Stephen Davis. He's just starting out in his managerial career. I don't think obviously he's not going to get the job. But when you've got that relationship with somebody and you like somebody and you respect them,
of course.
that's the one thing you get and you give everything. But it was an absolute shambles.
His team today was quite telling, wasn't it?
Aye, well, in terms of he's introduced the young boys, and that's what I'm saying. I think you need them in.
The fact that so many of the new signings weren't even involved. Well,
Aye,
no, they never.
They've been shocking in new signings.
Well, they're not as good as what Rangers had last season. So that's down to Beale. You live and die by your signings. The signings that have come into the club have felt way short of what you would expect. I mean, you've got standards. And if you want to kick on those players, Dessers, he tries hard. You can see
Big
that, it's clear.
Dossers.
Aye, but he's not cutting it. He's not good enough. Lammers, for me, he's technical. He's nice.
He's a five-a-side player down the pitch,
Nice,
Slammers, isn't he?
Nice, doesn't he?
He's a
Wouldn't you?
five-a-side player down
And
the
this
pitch,
is-
mate.
and this is where we go back to the Lowry man. Would you know want the young, hungry guy in there wanting to prove a point? He's played, well, I think it was Atalanta as well. He played out in Italy as well. It's as if he's just gone through the motions. You look at a few others that the manager signed, a history of injuries, injury problems. They've no cut it. So it was a time today, and I think it was the right decision for Stephen Davis and Alec Ray and Stevie Smith, to be honest with you, to bring in, the kind of freshen up, bring the younger guys in, because you can't do any worse with these guys. They're giving you absolutely nothing.
Did it say you're talking about the new signings there, and but see the back four to having their goals soon, obviously Suter recently, a year and a half or whatever in,
Yep.
and then Barisic, they've been sort of Rangers' back three at the back four for many years. Are they getting away with murder at times? Do you
I would
sort of-
think so.
Aye, because, and you know something, you've got a kind of certain, like, they're at a certain time in their career when, to me, it looks as if they're just kind of winding it down a wee bit, you know, the age there and that, and I get that, but, Tavernier the day, you know, he scores a couple of goals and one of them's an absolute top draw. But we always see these kind of deficiencies
Tavernier,
in terms of, you know, like kind of defending.
I think Derek went like when. That's what I'm saying. I heard Boyd saying that today, but Goldson and Tavernier for me are solid players. I think they make many mistakes.
I don't think they cut it defensively, but what he gives you going forward is unquestionable. His stats, as we all know, are absolutely brilliant. But the one thing about Tav, you look at him, he plays He doesn't
Every
shirk
week, mate.
things. And so you've got to respect that and applaud that. But that's where he's decisive. Goldson, I don't think he's the same player as he was a year or two ago. Barisic, his mentality for me, I don't.
He'd be the one I would. Barisic.
I would do Barisic to me
So-
on Goldson.
So that's, see when Michael Beale had that opportunity to rebuild, if that's what it was going to be, to bring in the players, I would have started for the back. You know, I'd have made changes there. I'd have brought in at least a couple of defenders. It's just going further forward. The likes of Lammers, I don't know, what did we pay for Lammers? Was it 2.5, 3 million?
3 million, aye.
By God. Do you know what I mean? We've got these guys in the academy. We've got the Lowrys, the wee McCauslands, the Lovelaces.
I like the wee boy, is it Lyle?
There's a few of them.
Cracking.
Give them their
See,
opportunity.
Goldson, Taverner, remember they were part of Rangers back four that conceded like the least goals in SPL history, weren't you? So when they had a manager who had a proper style and that suited them,
That was-
in a
I think
way-
they often-
I know. It was a
Side-
COVID season. There was no fans there.
And that's what I'm going to go to, because
but it's shown that in a system that works, they can be successful.
it seems to me now, when you look at that when they're under, and when they had the COVID, there wasn't fans in the stadium, there isn't as much pressure.
Yeah.
So once you're playing in front of full houses, you're expected to go and win games, you're under pressure. For me, they've no delivered, and that tells
What
you
mistakes have Goldson and
That's what I was going to
Taverner
ask
made
you.
in the
I've
last
never
year?
really known too many with Goldson making obvious mistakes that have
Nah.
caused Rangers.
Tav's
many
been
points
caught in the
game.
back post.
He
numerous
gets
times.
Not as
caught
much
right
as your
up-
man
Not as much,
Barisic.
not as much, but I lied. Then the positives is what he gives you forward. But I just think you can have a certain time. I think it was just they should have maybe cashed in these guys maybe a couple of years ago when they were maybe at their prime.
I feel that without knowing what
But was
they
there
get
any
paid,
takers?
what they get paid or whatever the wages are, but I feel they're getting paid far too much money for the role they're producing on a Saturday, I think.
And then you become soft and you just go through the motions, and that's what it looked like in Cyprus. You get a wee reaction the day, and God Almighty, and so he should have. But just nice to see Stephen Davis with a wee smile on his face at the side of the park. But
I didn't see the game of the day, but on the game of the day, did the sending off make a difference to the
Aye,
game?
big
Or did
time.
Rangers
Aye,
start
there
well?
wasn't much
I
in
never
the game,
saw.
mate.
There wasn't
much
anything in the game.
There's no shots.
No.
Hardly a shot and goal. Up until the sending off. But even when St Mirren went down to 10, mate, Rangers, it wasn't like Rangers were bombarding them, mate.
But obviously, a lot of young boys,
Slow and
apart from
laboured. There's no
Lovely,
intensity in their play, mate.
Lovely
Aye,
started,
and
didn't
that's-
he? He was the only young one that started.
He set the goal. He set the red card up.
And that's the
fighting a
issue.
bit of
See what
width.
you said that. See when they're a goal up, they're playing against 10 men, that's when you get that intensity. That's when you go and kill the game. But they didn't. They went into that week and this is nice and easy. We'll just go through the motions. We're going to win. Get that feel to it,
Yeah.
you know. And
What do you think of Taverner and Goldson?
they're good players. I'm not saying they're
I
not
think
good
Rangers
players.
got much bigger problems outside of it.
I
I would
in
agree with that.
in the forward areas,
agree.
they really struggled. Dessers is not going to cut it. Lammers.
But I never see like a Ryan Jack getting the criticism that Taverner and Goldson get. Why is that?
Because I mean, it's just with What I'll say with Goldson, I just think he's not the same player he was last season for me. He had that injury a year before, so he's starting to kind of go off it a wee bit. And I thought maybe you can bring in another centre back. Tav, I'd like to see him play further forward. You see, when you look at that last 30-35 minutes, he wasn't playing full back. He was playing. He's like midfielder or a wing.
He would actually suit coming in the pitch.
Aye, and you look at him.
That's
but then-
perfect. Isn't it?
so I think, can you find another role for him, give him a new lease of life? Because at times, and that's where the criticism has came, because he has been caught out numerous times at the back post. He gets caught sleeping at times. People come across him, get finishes. But what he gives you going forward is sometimes it's sensational. So it is.
See the likes of that obviously talking about Tav maybe moving forward, coming inside a wee bit more. What about going back into the market in January? Not to buy something, maybe why don't you go and get the boy you sold for 10 million quid, the young boy, what do you call him?
Patterson.
Patterson, why you ask
He
him to
left,
come back?
didn't he, 'cause he
I know,
wasn't
but
going
getting back in loan, gaining the experience, maybe push Tav up, that might help, because there's no denying that Tavernier got unbelievable ability.
Yeah.
See, the other argument to that is if everybody goes like that, they go, oh, he's better coming for a deeper area. But if you watch that game of day, he's not coming for a deeper area. He's playing higher up the park. He's
up the
playing
park,
like a
yeah.
He's effective and he's high at the pitch.
And he
You're
is
right, man, I agree,
that's
yeah.
it, and he's effective.
What do you think, Paul? Somebody else please speak when he goes to
Somebody
speak.
please just take it. No, listen, it was after that the Celtic game at Ibrox. I never thought too much of it, but a big reaction for the Rangers crowd said that Tavernier came on after that and was saying that he's no Rangers captain. He was sort of hiding away for the ball in the second half, which I never seen. And I go back to, I mean, it was a year and a half ago, sort of, or maybe more than that, less, I'm not sure, but this team get to a Europa League final with Tavernier playing, who was incredible. These were incredible.
I think Goldson and Tav, sorry, I think they're good enough.
Aye, and they won the Scottish, a Europa League final, penalty shootout away for winning it, which would be incredible. And then a few days later, they win the Scottish Cup. Then they go out, and a few months later, go and beat PSV in the Champions League. So it's the decisions, I think, I don't think, as you say, I think Tavernier and Goldson are the problem. I think it's, in fact, the manager that's come in, Beale, and since then, with his style of play, I don't think it's actually Tavernier and Goldson. And Barisic, I think maybe he's one, but they two. But there does seem though a lot of Rangers fans, I mean, here are saying that he's no fit to be the captain. It does seem there's a hell of a lot of them saying it.
There's different ways of captaining sides, you know.
You don't need to be a shouter on
I know,
you know what I mean?
And the example I give to that back in my time when I played against your team, Celtic, was Paul McStay. Paul McStay wasn't a shouter. He just led by example. But I think that's what people look at it when you are the captain. They look at you to get after people, to motivate them, to get them going. But that was the criticism I had on Thursday night, because I looked at Goldson, I looked at Tav, Barisic, Davies, nothing. That was he was doing. They just walked by and it was like nothing. I'm looking at the middle of the park. I'm looking at Lundstrom. I'm looking at Raskin. Nothing. There was an acceptance. So there was a wee bit of a reaction a day. But so they need more of that. By the way, you need that. You need to fall out with people. That's the one. That's the one thing.
So
as a
Rangers
football
next
player.
game's Hearts, is that right? Sunday.
You need to fall. You need to get after people.
There's not a game for ages now, is there?
What's
that?
It's not a game
2 weeks, 2 weeks. So the 2 week break might help Rangers. Davis.
It's as if they're all too nice. They don't want to fall out with each other. Well, by the way, you fucking need to fall out with people. You need to get after people. And then after it, go and have a beer. Well, I don't know. Go and have a coffee and go and have a beer and sit down and make up. But
so what do you think? Do you think they need more leaders in the team?
Aye. That's everybody.
I know.
People have been speaking about that.
But if you look at the squad and the players that they brought in, players that already had, there isn't any natural.
Nah.
But their leader, they signed Aberdeen captain Ryan Jack. They've got John Lundstrom who's playing in the Premier League. Surely the guys are.
Goals. Look at Butland.
Lundstrom was decent today, but
Butland as well.
by the way, he was absolutely horrendous on Thursday night. You look at. Did you know? I don't know.
I heard that. I heard everybody.
I watched.
Miles off it.
Aye, but I wouldn't class Lundstrom as a leader.
No.
I wouldn't class Raskin as a leader in the middle of the park, and that's the criticism that's always been put in Tav's way.
I think Tav and Goals will probably get it more because they are the two that play every single week.
So you're putting yourself.
So you put yourself in the firing line every single week. But for me, like you say earlier, there's bigger problems than them two.
They two have been part of successful, not successful.
But then at the same time, they've been part of
a lot of
horrific bad. I mean, Celtic.
I think the
But
problem.
that's not doing it to they two, mate.
I think the
No, but I think
problem.
maybe see because they've been there the longest.
Yeah.
Another problem with Tav, the captain is because your other captain across the other side of the city's won so much. It's like he's not really. I don't know. It's just difficult.
The problem is there have been poor signings. You need pace in the final third. Rangers haven't got that. Dessers is not quick. Lammers isn't quick. Danilo, we don't know. I mean, we've saw him in fits and starts. He's got the injury. Seema. I mean, Seema's no your player. He's obviously on loan for Brighton, but he's got a wee bit of pace and a wee bit of power. What's he got? 7 goals. So that's what you needed. You didn't need the nice technical players or whatever. I'm still not sure what Dessers is. I can't work him out. I don't know. You're a centre forward.
Starting to get a bit bad for me, like, because I'm turning up to the kids' football and people are calling me fucking Dessers.
But see, Rangers, like, is there problems bigger in terms of just a manager? Because that's what 11 years now. Bar one season where Rangers won. That's 11 years now. Celtic have dominated.
And
They missed a trick about 3 months ago when there was a conversation with Souness to bring him to the club in whatever capacity it was. Whether he maybe wanted like kind of more input in the football side there, I think he should have been allowed that. because you need good people. You need people.
Do you
that
think,
get
Derek,
experience
that on the
but people that know the game inside out?
on the Souness decision, do you think Michael Beale had a say in that?
Well, it seems like that for the outside.
Because I think personally, no, Graham Souness, an icon of British football,
That's it, absolutely.
right? And Michael Beale, would he feel intimidated by having a Souness
and that's the
type
thing,
person
Kev,
in?
don't feel intimidated.
Embrace it.
Absolutely, get people and get the. Listen, I would.
Should Rangers go back now to Souness and say,
what role
Why
do
not?
you mean? What role?
Like the direct,
Right,
that,
see if
that
I'm a
director
manager-
we are needing the
football.
director
See
of
if,
football?
see if I'm a coach, right? I'm the coach at a football club, but I know, right? I've got the opportunity to bring you, but I know you're a better coach than me. I'm getting you in right away.
I know.
I don't care
Yeah.
because you're going
Gotta help me,
on a better side.
But that happens a lot in football, whether it's
So
kids football,
don't
senior
think-
football. People hate feeling intimidated
Well,
by
don't
somebody else.
grow a set of
Look at
balls.
him. He's went from being the manager of a team in the lower league to being the assistant to a team.
Aye.
But it doesn't help him. I'm going there because I prefer to do that. That's what I
Aye.
want to do.
Yeah.
Again, fair play to Mick, who
Aye,
again
exactly.
doesn't feel like
He's never
surround
felt,
yourself-
I'm bringing
Yeah.
Si in because Si's got good pedigrees of players, had a good career. Oh, I don't know if I should really bring him in because he actually did quite well last year. He might be no, he's thought he's going to help my team.
Yeah, yeah.
Surround
And the
yourself
person they
with
put-
good people
Aye.
and people that know the game inside out. And if they do a better job, then so be it. You're part of a
It's a
group.
collective
Right,
group.
this podcast could be at 5 hours. Just quickly, who's going to be the Rangers manager? Who do you want to be?
It's got to be experience. There's the boy Clement is out there, innit? He's won a few things. He's been, was it Genk?
Needs to be somebody that's won something, doesn't it?
Aye, and he has won
Definitely.
things. He's been at Monaco, but he's got that experience. But it's not just about him, it's just what we're saying, it's a collective, the backroom staff that he brings.
I always would champion Derek McInnes in there.
Oh, McInnes.
I would always, because I think he played with the club, he understands it, he gets it, he's got enough experience
Good
to
shout.
potentially go on and do well for Rangers. But there's obviously that.
But does he know what it takes to win? I know
Aye.
because he's
Aye,
never had the players to do that.
Aye, but maybe-
he needs somebody
maybe-
who knows how to win.
But maybe that's him where, I don't know, I just
better
think he knows the Scottish game. And ultimately, if you get the Scottish game part right, you grow with that. Whereas I think Rangers are trying to do everything too quick, and it's
I think he would bring in a good backroom staff. The thing I like about McInnes is there's a wee bit of he's old-fashioned as well. He's got good values.
Values, yeah,
And
yeah.
when you think back about the way Walter Smith spoke about Derek McInnes, he did say, like, you know, he's got the credentials to be a Rangers manager. Aye, he did. He said that about him. You know,
I think he
but
could
that's
be.
the type of guy he is. So it's like, I mean, and the only just a wee quick one. It's just when Ur Lewis was going to Aberdeen, it was remember I said
Phone
about the phone call, the time it takes to speak to you, and that. Not so much with me, certainly with
Carol.
Carol. Aye.
Still speaking to her,
Aye,
isn't he?
still speaking to
Oh,
her.
he's done it.
I think he'll be must go.
You watched Hughie McCall,
No,
didn't
but
you?
He should be back.
Aye, these guys, listen, good people, experienced people.
Never had anything to do with that.
Why Muscat? And why is
No,
why?
I don't. I think that's who will get it.
What, Muscat
so?
said he's not taking it till January. So is that am I right in saying
Aye,
that?
yes,
Is that
he's-
something?
I would
few
get
games left of
Souness
that
in
season.
for a chat.
So would I.
And I would look at director of football role.
Tap in. Aye.
And then I would say, if you fancy it now, you have a say in who we bring into this club. And because he's done that, experienced that as a player, as a manager, surely his.
But is there a fear that Graham Souness might hire somebody that's like older and maybe somebody he knows well?
Aye, like an old pal.
No, not an old pal.
No, I know, but
Do you know what I mean?
Aye,
Does he?
'cause-
Does Graham Souness know good? I don't know. Maybe he does.
No, I know what you're saying. You're saying
Debate on the modern
Is he
game.
Aye.
football?
I know you say football's the same, but I'm talking about if he was part of picking a coach.
Has he ever done that? Is he?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm not saying it against Souness. I'm just saying, has he been in that sort of role or ever done that any
I
club?
don't
No,
think so.
I
That's
think-
what I'm saying.
He's been a
It's just
manager,
map.
hasn't he?
I think he'd be fantastic in that role. I think he would embrace it.
I think
And
that
just
board.
everything
I
about
think
him.
the board need help.
Well,
Do you not be better just being the manager, Souness, and
you
having a
know
good
Souness,
coach? Well,
see the thing about Souness when he comes in, there is that aura, isn't there?
never felt it, man.
Ah, you.
No, I'm kidding.
Isn't it? It's
Oh,
brilliant,
yeah.
isn't it?
No, he
It's
does,
great,
definitely,
and he's just got something about him. He's just a class act.
It'll be
Why
interesting
would
to
you
see,
know?
but it's probably one of the most important managerial decisions they've had in a long time, because Rangers don't hire too many managers, and I think they've had 4 in the last 2 years or something.
They've got to get it right, because
Right.
Celtic are flying at the minute, and they're only going to get better. They are, aren't they?
No,
You
they're
can-
getting
They
better,
are
mate.
going to
You can
get.
see
You
it.
can see it.
Yeah.
It's a slow burn.
They were brilliant. That's the best they've been yesterday, Celtic.
Was it?
Oh my God.
What was better than previous? More chances created.
More chances
play.
created, but individuals, I think Hatate was...
He's a big influence in how Celtic play.
Hatate will be away at the end of the season. He'll be away
Go on,
for
let him
10,
talk
15
for 2
million.
minutes. Give him a fucking let him talk. Go on, go.
See the first one where Hatate turns a guy.
Aye, what's in the midfield?
Right, but where's the centre half he Kilmarnock?
Aye, why not coming up to him? But see, 2 minutes before that,
I'm going nuts at that.
2 minutes before that, Celtic had, I can't remember who it was, Scales went right through the middle of the command at midfield and was ready to shoot, but he slipped somebody in. So you've been warned once.
It's not like Kilmarnock that, isn't it?
No, that's not. But don't get it wrong, the boy Watson, as good he is, a young player, very naive, trying to dive into somebody like Hatate, feet were in you go, nutmeg, drag back, bosh.
That was brilliant to go, wasn't it?
Oh,
What do you think of Palmer, Paul?
outstanding. You were right there, by the way.
Do you remember we says when we watched the Eindhoven game? I went, I'm no sure.
But-
You know, and then, sorry,
No. No, not at all. Yeah, there was a wee bit...
it's just I remembered that when we said about him.
we thought he did quite slow, but you're right, the day. He doesn't look slow.
I don't think he looks slow. I don't know where this came from.
I don't know where it came from either. I think somebody said it was just kind of snowball effect.
Great finish, by the way.
It was
Great finish.
Great, superb.
Technically, it was really good. I thought even
Should have started all night.
Lazio, when he came on, like people were tight to him and his touch was really
Yeah.
good and he looked after the ball well in tight situations. I think he looks like he's a player, Palmer.
He
Needs to wrap all that shite.
Rap that now.
He celebrated and then sprinted again for a knee slide and then...
It was 10 celebrations, wasn't it?
Scales, he's been outstanding, Scales.
Scales, wow.
See, Betty Rogers said that he's been the most player ever in his coaching career. That surprised him.
He's so calm, mate, isn't he?
Yes.
Even Derek McInnes said that...
There's a lot of mixing up here with Derek Ferguson.
know,
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
He said Scales caused us problems because he kept coming forward into
Stepping in.
stepping in and it. He
He's,
didn't know what to do.
He's a great example, Kev, isn't he? But like guys that are maybe they might feel they're not going to cut it, and he gets a second chance.
Great
But
point.
what did he
And
come
then
in? What
boom.
3 years ago from a team in the League of Ireland?
I think it was just, was it last year? 2 years?
2
he's
years
been
ago.
2 years he's been in
League of Ireland.
League of Ireland.
Aye.
But
So that gives hope to a lot of boys.
And then
like
and then
that.
and then going to Aberdeen and doing all right in loan to a point, but looking like you're going to go to Aberdeen full time. Managers change. Brendan's gave him an opportunity through default because injuries occurred. He's got in there and he's took his opportunity and like
That's a good. That's a
struggle to
brilliant
struggle
story.
to get replaced because if you asked anybody, any manager, what do you want in your team? You want a left side centre half.
yeah, of course. Everyone's
Aye,
looking for
everybody's
if you're going to
got a
play it
left-
for the back, you want a left side.
Everybody wants
side.
a left sided centre half, and you just don't get them. And I
Stay in the
think,
team?
aye,
When they come back?
I think he'll stay in the team. Aye,
Would you keep him in Lager, Bielka and Phillips?
I think
Carter Vickers came off again on 60. And
Aye,
Phillips, mate, I don't know if I don't know if I'm a dinosaur, but can somebody not play 90 minutes of football? What the fuck? Phillips just came off after 45. 45.
Do you remember when-
bring him on? It's,
Well,
the fucking
but,
play 90 minutes.
aye, but that's not dictated by the manager.
It should be.
I,
It's
I
more
know,
science.
but it's just sport, isn't it?
Fucking Sub, who's
Do you
coming
remember
on?
when you were injured?
One
When you
minute,
were
Lazio,
injured?
who's coming on? We're going to win the game. Is it going to be a centre half? Change it centre half.
Do you remember when you were injured? You got yourself fit to a point that you could play.
You
90
want to
minutes?
come and play?
Aye.
They don't,
I know.
they don't get people back fit for 90 minutes.
No, see, that's
Fucking
it.
centre
It's a
half.
squad- it's a squad
Centre
game,
half's
innit?
doing fuck all.
I know.
It's not like they're running up and down the pitch. Stand there, can't play it, can't do that. See that standing there, I can't do that for 90, I can only do it for 60. Fuck off.
You're fucking spot on.
Honestly, baffled. I couldn't believe.
Maybe they
I
can.
actually looked at the team lineup there. It came off at 60 for
By the way,
Phillips.
maybe they can't play that because the wee boy Yilmaz against Livingston, he comes off.
I know, but he's 13.
You sure? I thought he was 12 and a half. Isn't he?
She come after you on the other.
Oh, he looks
Even the
like
other night, I
somebody,
think when
that
they
wee
put
boy
Carter
Yilmaz.
Vickers on because Nat Phillips couldn't play fucking 90.
I can't work out the side drill.
No, that's just.
No, side drill.
Ah, fuck.
But I just quickly on scale because you watch a lot of Celtic. Like, again, if Celtic do want to go to that next level where you're competing in Europe and you're getting out the group stage of Europe, I know he's done well, but is Liam Scales at that standard to go and do the type of things?
I would.
It's a question.
No.
See, there's a pause right away. That's what that guy's had to deal with all his life so far.
Everybody.
Because it right up. Do you see the rise in the two of them?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like, what's that?
But what I was
See
going
that?
to say
That's
was,
it.
what I was
Instead of
going to
going,
say,
aye,
Derek, was
he's
is
capable.
that like every other player before them, they've been given an opportunity to prove themselves to be going. If you look at Carter Vickers, when he first came into Celtic Football Club, everybody thought, oh, we've signed a guy on loan from Tottenham, we'll see how this goes. And he proved himself and went on and now as a mainstay at Celtic. Well, Liam Scales has took his time to actually get in the Celtic team and have a good run of games, because he's always come into the team under Ange playing left back. He's never come in the team and played left centre half. So now he's getting in the team playing left centre half. Well, what happens in 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, 10 games?
And the confidence build.
And you think, well, you know what? He actually will be good enough.
Yeah. He's written him off.
No, not at all. But I just think if you're going to, sort of, as you said, Simon, go to the next level, then for me, no.
What attributes does he not have to do that?
At that level, so I think the way Celtic are going to play, does he react quick enough? Is he quick enough in general? I think on the ball he's been very calm, quite aggressive, maybe too much at times when it's not the time.
Bit rash.
Bit rash, that's the word I was looking for. So listen, at the moment he's doing brilliant. He's been really good in the Champions League, albeit they've been beat 2 games, but I don't know. It's a question I don't know.
On his defence, I would say that since he's been on his left side of centre half, he's played with Lagerbielke, then he's played with Carter Vickers for 60,
Phillips as well.
Then he's played with Phillips for 30. He hasn't actually played
as
a partnership with 2 for 5 or 6 games for 90 minutes. Well, what happens if him and say Carter Vickers comes in when hopefully he can play more than 60, or Nat Phillips can play 90? Once if 2 of them set up and become really, really confident, and that might just be the difference, because at the minute I think if they don't take Carter Vickers, if they don't take Nat Phillips off during the week, I don't think they lose that game of football.
I said the same. I didn't see the reason.
I didn't see the point, because you're asking somebody that's played.
Comfortable second half, mate.
You're asking a guy that's played 60 minutes to come after a game of kind of rest, because we bring on Carter Vickers. You know yourself, when you come on a game of football
in the Champions League,
you're absolutely blown. It takes you 10 minutes to get your fucking breath.
I agree, mate.
I don't understand why if there might be a more genuine reason whether somebody's got a niggle or knock and that had to be the change.
These boys will train for tours every day, but they can't play. They can't do that on a Saturday. How does that make sense?
It's sports science now, though, isn't it?
That's what it is, Slaney.
Mad, mate.
These guys have got.
But sports science is great, and I get it. But if you look at the prime example yesterday would be the Hearts game. Kingsley stretched for a ball maybe 25, 30, maybe 35 minutes into the game and done his groin. Big Marshy, second half, stretched for a, no, didn't even stretch, just come out to jog to get the ball. He's done his groin. These things is going to happen to you. You don't have to do a great deal. Your body just goes when it decides to go.
Yeah.
I have another one then, because that was one of the points that Michael Beale had says that, you know, that once he had got a good pre-season under the players, they wouldn't have these injuries. And what have they got?
It's a lot of shite, innit? That is a lot of shite, yeah.
Absolute.
Good pre-season, and fucking every player he signed is injured.
Aye, innit? So just another one. Thanks,
Nuts.
Michael.
Anyway.
Thanks, Michael. Offside, mate, you've said you've gone with it.
What do you think of this? The goal yesterday, Palmer's goal.
It looks like it's Arsenal.
I think so as well.
I think he's tried to play. I know they're trying.
But if he's not trying to play Hatate, then it's no offside.
But he has gotten. He's bumped into Finlay.
I know, but so see if the midfield player that tries to play me, did you say?
I think it's
so that he's not involved. He's not involved in that phase of play. So that he's not offside. So when the ball's in played for Stu Finlay, Hatate's onside, yes. When Finlay kicks the ball for Hatate, so he's onside. That's in the rule.
Is it?
I think it could be fucking.
But when he breaks through and he's coming back from the offside position, he's tried to play that ball to him when he's in an offside position.
No, he's saying he never tried to play.
Oh, they said they were saying.
They're trying to say that what they're trying to say is that he was coming back from an offside position and he wasn't interested in the play. So
He
part of the play.
He done that, didn't he?
He did all that. But
so anytime you're standing offside, just do that.
Just do that and it's okay. But then again, on Kilmarnock's goal, I would say it's a foul on Greg Taylor.
Yeah.
So why have they not went back to that? So if we're going to argue both cases, they even themselves out, like we always say, they even themselves up over the course of the season, and that for me would.
I've only saw it once, so I'm probably not the best to comment. I've only saw it.
Talk us through what you seen then. What did you see in the goal that you thought was offside? Why did you think it was offside?
To me, when I looked at it, I thought he was trying to pass the Hatate.
Right.
It looked like that, and the ball's gone towards Hatate, but he starts to do that, and him and Finlay and Hatate actually bump into each other.
Right.
So right away, he's involved in the play.
So I'm with you then. If he's trying to pass the ball to Hatate, I think it should be offside straight away.
Aye. But I don't think now that the rule has changed, because during the week, Atletico v Feyenoord, He's need to watch Atletico's first goal. I cannot believe this goal's been given.
Right.
So I'm going to show you in the board.
Oh, brilliant. I'm going
Well, I
to
wondered why that was there. Is this,
broke
is
it
this,
with the tactics, not
is this
now.
part of the plan?
Right,
to
I'm
show
going-
us something on that
Kev,
tactic
I'm going to show you.
It's the
this.
first time I've had a look at a sheet. I'm like,
Right, Dale, you ready, mate? I'm going to show you this offside, right? So this Atletico,
In the blue.
say the left winger, right? It's the left winger. He's then trying to play this ball to him, right?
Right.
He's trying to pass that ball to him. So as he plays the pass, right?
Yep.
This defender
The
here,
killer ball.
right? He's offside. So as, no problem.
Hold that up there, Derek.
Can you hold that there? So listen to this, right? This centre mid here, right? Just say this. This boy's in an offside position, a Atletico player. He's trying to play the pass here to him.
Right.
This player comes in and slides to stop the ball going to him. As he slides, the ball comes in here, and Morata finishes the ball. The goal gets allowed.
Offside.
It's offside, but the goal gets given.
So I think that's, I know.
Dale, how can
But
that be possible? This guy slid to stop the ball going to this
If
guy.
the ref puts the flag up, he doesn't go and slide.
Aye, but regardless, it's sort of in the motion of the game, so it's hard even regardless. You're sort of playing, do you know what I mean? And he's ran to stop that
But
pass.
usually they go back. Usually they go back.
No, they check. The guys went and checked VAR. They've
still
seen
got it
this
wrong.
and seen it.
And that was,
That-
So I don't know whether because he's no touched it, I can't work out the rule. So we'll need to get a referee in here at one point.
Well,
We'll
don't-
get somebody in that knows the exact rule, because in this instance here, I would argue with any referee, any lawmaker, because the big one now, Dale, is it's the law. Well, the law's wrong. So you can't just keep putting it down to the law.
yes, you speak far too much sense, because it is.
Yeah.
Because that's the ball that he's trying to play. Killer ball, he's well offside. He's trying to affect it, and that boy gets it the advantage. That shouldn't be.
Yeah, and
But
this is an Atletico game, so the Celtic game yesterday, it might be slightly different with the pack. Again, I think he's offside. He's in an
think
offside,
he's
in an
offside,
offside position, the ball goes
Try to pass it
I've
to
only
him.
saw it one. I've just saw it.
Any
Flip
referee,
there.
any person like your, is it Howard Webb, that runs it all? Anybody that runs the VAR system, I'm inviting you to come in and we'll have a serious debate.
Howard Webb?
It might lead to an argument, who knows? But at the moment, that is onside, and he's offside.
He's offside.
So we're going to hit out there to anybody watching.
Shut up.
Brilliant.
Do you know what I mean?
He's done his times table as well.
Brilliant, mate.
Mate, it was mental.
Superb.
Was that good?
This decision.
I think so as well.
To be honest,
I
I'll
agree.
just- I'll just
But
take
that's
your
just
word for it.
common sense. But
But this is new. Whenever that law's
Some
changed,
things
so
are
we'll stick
not
that
always
back
common
down.
sense.
But any referee, any person that's head of the VAR system, it sits in
why
that.
that was sitting there.
You think
We get,
Is that
Shuggy
beside
Dallas
there?
in.
No.
Go through, no?
I think Shug Dallas will come
Brilliant,
in.
mate, with the peers, innit?
Oh, definitely. Aye.
Get Hugh Dallas in next week.
But we need somebody a referee in
I'm-
because I need that cleared up.
Q Dallas on the couch.
No point in asking Bobby
What do you want me to
Martin.
wear?
To be fair,
Wrong.
although
Pink.
this is a Sunday, I would actually come in and watch these and have a few beers. and
You're on it.
Every
Aye.
Sunday now,
No,
we're on
I
it,
don't
mate.
know. No,
You're on it.
You're Andy and all that. No,
Cheers,
I,
man.
No, we need
Yeah, cheers,
a-
man.
I would rather sit in the,
Cheers, wee man.
the back row there. See the back row? Because there's quite a few people are there. How you doing, guys? All right? Nice to see you. Cheers, mate.
All the best.
What a guy.
I'm just going to
Like the
do
two boys are Ross and Dan.
I know they should come in,
Uh-huh.
shouldn't they?
You could just sit and stand and
Talks.
wrestle there.
You need to get a pole.
They
there
wrestle
in
on
the corner.
camera. Would they wrestle on camera?
Oh,
for
by the
50
way.
quid each. If we gave them 50 quid
That would
each.
be a good wrestling match.
They two against Kev.
No, just Ross.
Is Ross strong, aye?
No, Ross a wee dick.
Are you kidding me on? No, no.
That was a change of tone.
No,
Is Ross handy?
big, strong, big, strong boy.
Right, come on,
Is that
Livingston
what
v
you-
Motherwell.
All right, we still.
4 defeats in a row for Motherwell. Can we say pressure's on Stuart Kittle?
No, not at
Why?
all.
Because the performances have been so good.
Aye, and do you know, I've even see when I was watching that game with the St Mirren, I remember watching Motherwell against St Mirren. They absolutely battered them. They were way, but somehow St Mirren won that. Stuart Kettlewell does a brilliant job, and the sending off yesterday.
Not sending off.
No,
Did they touch him?
No, and
Touched himself?
But was it no Faddy? It says it was a sending off.
Did he, right?
I think he's doing everything.
Please phone him.
Well, say if I had I said,
Oh, here we go. This will be good.
right, on you go,
Do,
Derek.
do,
keep
do
talking.
you know? I think he's doing everything to get out
to
the
get
way
away.
of the player.
But does he touch him? If he does,
It's
he's off,
minimal.
innit?
But is it? Because he's trying. I don't know.
I know what you
Slaney.
mean, aye.
I thought it was
And I
a
think he's
half
an
red card.
and he's an honest boy,
Aye.
isn't he? He's
Don't get
top
me wrong, he
player,
didn't really help the
honest boy.
situation because he's walked off and
But I'm
accepted it.
sure. I'm sure Faddy goes like that. Says,
Faddy, how are you, mate?
Hello.
How's your stomach?
It's alright now, mate.
Jill messages about your stomach, but she keeps messaging me. Tell her, stop it, I'm busy, alright? Just quickly, Faddy, Derek's saying, how did you think that They said that Motherwell red card was never a red card, and you said it was.
Young Miller.
Just to know what you're thinking.
What am I thinking? I don't mean to bring him down, but there's a slight contact, so
Slight, but
whether he means it or not, he has to go.
I think so. Even though he's done everything, Faddy, to get out of the way.
Try and get his leg out the way.
I know, but
I'm getting you another hot wing. You're getting sorted.
if it's contact, then
I'm not so sure.
I don't think you can have complaints whether it's intentional or not. It doesn't have to be intentional.
It's far too sensible, that boy, isn't it?
What about the Celtic goal, Faddy? Is that offside or no?
So that you're getting a fee for this. Don't worry.
We're filming right now, mate. Is it a goal or no?
Hatati's offside. I'll tell you why it was given, right? Hatati's offside. The ball is played for Maida, I think, on the right. The referee deems that Hatati's not interfering because Stuart Finlay, I think they call it a deliberate action. Stuart Finlay is adjudged to have played that and been in control of the situation. What he does, the referee and the VAR think he can do better there, basically.
Right, mate. It's a massive week ahead for Scotland as it's our first opportunity to seal qualifications for. Beat them once already, can we cause another upset yet again?
Talk for half an hour.
Because I'm going for a beer.
Right, cheers, Faddy. See you, mate.
Cheers,
See
mate.
you, bye.
Far too sensible, that boy,
Talk
isn't it?
some shite, didn't he?
Far, didn't it? Hey,
He is the Prime Minister of Scottish football.
I just think, Liam, I just think when you see somebody
like you
that's
say,
doing everything to get out the way, he knows that he's not getting there and he's still pulling out.
Have you ever done that with Carol? It's just trying to get close
Pulling
to
out.
You're trying to
Pulling out.
pull
Pull out by the way. Do you ever? Aye.
But so Motherwell will be fine too, won't they?
Aye.
Next two games, they've got St Johnstone away and they've got Ross County at home. So two good games.
It's mad how things like that happen, innit? You're on not a bad run of results, no performances, but then somebody goes and gets sent off.
I know, but you're saying 4 defeats, his job is fine. But you're going to St Johnstone, who are, am I right in saying, rooted to the bottom of the table?
Right about there.
Aye.
And so's Ross County.
Yeah.
What happens if
what
happens if it doesn't go your
The
way?
thing
Yeah,
is,
under
Kev,
pressure.
see where they were,
Aye.
right, and even when you were watching them when they were struggling, when Stuart came in, see the level of performance, it's just shot up, by the way.
I think the last two games, barring yesterday, they actually started better than Livy until the sending off. But the two games previous to that, the Celtic and Rangers performances, they played well in both those games. So they're like a free hit anyway. So when you're saying 4 defeats, that's on paper. But in terms of how well you've played, with a couple of dodgy ones, one was due to a red card, 2 of them were all firm games. So for me, he's doing a cracking job.
And the fact that he's putting 17-year-old kids in is brilliant, isn't it?
Amazing.
Aye.
Mate, they've got some good players. See that boy Spittle and Slattery.
Oh, brilliant.
That's him, a proper football player now, Lennon, isn't it, now that he's been sent off.
Lennon, Payton just sitting in behind him, Spittle, you're saying Spittle, Slattery, supporting Bear, Spencer in the wide areas.
He's
as
good,
well.
isn't he, Spencer?
Aye, they're very good.
See, on Lennon Miller, have you seen a lot of him? Is he suited to that deep lineman? Because when I've ever seen any clips of him, he's better one. Would he not be better as the one up?
He'll get better. He'll add that to his game. By the way, he'll get better and better.
Because it's just clips I've seen in the past. It was all scoring goals and going by people and.
Aye.
But he's playing one of the deeper ones now.
He's the good thing I know as well in the modern game, he's got that physicality. He's a big boy, he's athletic.
Is he tall like his dad?
Yes.
He's tall. What are you doing that
He's tall. And
Should
he can handle that. He's only going to get better. He'll add to his game. You can see that. And once he starts adding goals, he'll take the eye, by the way.
Vodka, look at that, vodka,
That's
orange
straight,
juice
there
and
you
that.
go.
Body on.
That way it is. What is it?
2 litre pint of body on.
But by the way, again, Livy, he just goes along
listen,
fine.
I think we were all very critical at the beginning of the season, saying this is the year that Livy struggle. Well, they're not struggling because their teams are a lot worse off than them. Davy just seems to, I don't know.
That all must come for Davy, innit?
It's the
the
way he is.
Martindale.
It's just the way he is as a man, the way he is as a manager. Whatever way he screams or shouts him, or whatever way he gives information, it just seems to work. Because he brings in players every season that nobody has a fucking clue who they are. But sometimes, nobody does. Nobody does, right? Nobody does. But he somehow gets the best out of them.
But that'll be his contacts, you know, the guys that are out there like scout.
And I seen that Livy have got getting a bit of investment. There's somebody coming in last week or something with
They
investment.
need it big time, don't they?
That could help massively for the club.
Was you alright here?
That's some drink, that.
Hey, also-
Take the whole bottle.
Good. Down it.
Keep
down
going, he's not
it,
got to
down it.
No, he'll know way to
He's
do
not going
that.
to-
What is it? Go on, can you? That would be amazing.
Go on.
Go on. That could be our next thing, mate.
Get it down that ginger throat.
Oh, he's
Go on, can you? Can you? Go on. Keep
on,
going.
I was going to say his face is getting
It's all
red,
right.
but that's normal.
I know where the nearest hospital is. Don't worry about it.
Ah.
Fucking hell.
Watch it. Watch it.
I'll get the dog hairs after it. Did you see that penalty? When the brothers... Is that the first time in football history that a brother's hit a penalty to another brother? Brothers hitting into his brother.
Hitting into his brother. Oh, that sound right.
Bit boring the two of them.
Brothers.
Corner. They something a bit.
What one's that?
Sean and Liam Kelly.
Oh,
Do you know the sign
right.
together? This isn't a joke.
Right, I didn't know they were.
They must hit penalties at each other in this. And like on the couch, like in the living room, a wee ball. Do you know what I mean? Do you ever do that with your brother?
Man, he still
I'll
did it.
smash something.
He still did
You
it.
and your man did it, didn't you?
Did they two still stay on a man?
They share a room, don't they?
Aye.
Two of them stay in a one-bedroom flat.
Did Nicky Clark and
Strange,
Xander Clark no hit penalties against each other when they were playing?
Do you not see the shower together?
Nicky Clark and
Bath
Xander Clark.
They go in the bath together. That thing we were saying, imagine Sean Kelly wash Liam Kelly's hair with his feet.
But he always wears his goalie gloves in and all, didn't he? Don't know why he does that. Washing
Liam
his hair
Kelly
with-
watches this.
Nah, brilliant what they've done for Scottish football. They went off. No, listen, I think they're cracking boys, honestly, I do, and again...
Good careers, the two of them.
But no, I said genuinely,
Rugby's in South and
I
that,
actually think that Liam Kelly could play higher up. I think.
How high?
Do you know what I'm going to say? I think Rangers, mate. I do, and I think
But better than Butland?
no. But I think
How's he playing with Rangers?
No, but just before, before Butland came in and McGregor was, I was thinking he could maybe go in there. And Butland's been
You
exceptional.
think there's an
Butler's
opportunity?
top job.
I know you said last
I'd
time.
take Butland to Celtic in a minute.
Aye.
Celtic signed him.
Aye.
I wish they had.
The boy, obviously David Marshall's not the youngest goalkeeper we've got in the Premier League. If he
David
decides,
Marshall's not the youngest.
I'm saying it, like joking, like
Go for it
he's not
again.
the youngest.
Oh, right,
Aye,
sorry, I was
aye.
thinking, huh?
So like the next Liam Kelly there, but you
Hibs
also
and,
said that they've got a very good young goalie, Hibs.
Oh, boy, Freddie owns it, huh?
Aye, so
Aberdeen, teams like that you're talking about.
because goalies do tend to move around.
Yeah,
Scottish football quite
frequently.
aye, but
United.
eh,
Done United last year, could have.
yep.
Did you ever play against Barry a lot?
Just once, that was Dunfermline. Dunfermline, that was...
Talk us through the whole thing. Would you speak to him the day before, the night before the game? Can you remember?
Aye. I mean, by that time, I was kind of gubbed at that time anyway. With my knee, the old knee was gubbed. But no, it was, again, it's weird, but you want him to do well. We got beat 2-0 that day, so we did.
You still want him to do well when you're playing?
Aye, of course. Aye, because he was just starting out. He was, what, 18, 19 at the time? I think he was 19 at the time. Of course he did. And he did play well that day. But if it comes to it, there's a 50-50 or whatever, a wee tussle, you're going to...
Did that happen in the game? Was there a 50?
No, really. I was playing a lot deeper, and obviously I was playing kind of back in front of the back foot, and so was he. He was
Right.
playing deeper, so we never really had that kind of engagement a lot of the time. But no, actually, with a wee, I don't know. There's a few photos out there as well. We were playing in a purple strip. It was unusual that time with Dunfermline. But no, it was nice. Man,
How good do your boys better than his boy? Brilliant, isn't it?
Barry will hate that.
My dad's harder than your dad. My boy's better than your boy.
It's not
Who would
about that.
batter? Who would win in a fight out of Ross and his best son fighter? He's got 2 into
Ross will take
Ross.
it.
So your boy's better at football and your other boy would batter than his boy.
The worst is batting.
Ross is a unit, by the way. Ross, he likes the boxing and all that.
Does he, right?
So he does. He likes battling people. He likes throwing his da about like a rag doll.
Saka's missed the Man City game.
Is he?
Update.
Right, come on, we've got 10 minutes before I send Scotland on
Are we
it.
going to watch it all together, the Man City national game? Who's going home for it? You got to watch it with the boys?
We're here now.
Well, I'm going-
I've went to Marks. I ran up to Marks and Spencer's and got the biggest Sunday dinner ever. Roast beef, mashed potatoes, cauliflower cheese, broccoli, peas, carrots, and
Would you know be better
red
on-
cabbage.
Will be better
Red
than that
Cabbage
place.
is an unsung hero.
That is vile.
No, because you know what, I'm spending
Red
far
cabbage.
too much money on
No,
food, mate.
red cabbage is an unsung hero.
Check
I ate about 8 times last week, mate. Too much, spending too much, so we're going to start cooking.
curtail
Going to
it a
start,
bit.
I need to,
Aye,
mate.
that's what we started. We were doing. We were eating it too much, and then we put the meal planner up now.
Champagne lifestyle unlimited money doesn't work.
Plan the meals Monday to Thursday, Friday or Saturday night's a treat night. Sunday's always a Sunday roast or a ham joint or whatever.
Do you pencil in?
Do you never
do you
ever-
pencil in fun night for you and her, or is that just off the cuff?
I did notice last Thursday was steak and BJ night.
A what?
Forgot to take a picture of these, and then seen the Thursday.
Did you
I was
see a
looking at
BJ night?
It said steak and it said steak and BJ night.
So
and I
you
thought,
just have
and I thought
so just
somebody's on
blowjobs
the-
out,
I thought somebody's on the wind up here. So on the Thursday, fucking steak came out. I got excited.
That's brilliant.
I should have taken a picture of that.
Wait,
It was her sister. No, I put it up.
Do you ever
Sister-in-law
see
was
when
up
you're
visiting
struggling
and
a wee bit
She
and-
scored out the mince and tatties and put
Aye, and-
steak and
BJ
BJ.
night.
But see on the Thursday,
Did it
and I
happen?
got steak.
You did, we all
I was
did.
thinking, here we go.
did it happen?
Eh?
Did it happen?
I don't know.
What's he say?
No, it's just when you're struggling for something, you're like eating, like, I can just get the cereal out, innit? Get a Cocoa Pops out. Just go, innit? That's
Aye,
it.
aye,
What, for a dinner?
Aye.
No, you would need about 6 bowls of Cocoa Pops.
That's what you do, innit?
Just
My God.
What's your
Because
favourite homemade dinner?
lasagna. She makes
Lasagna?
an amazing lasagna.
lasagna.
Glass of red wine.
Could you make like that?
No.
Oh, lasagna's the easiest thing ever, mate.
Can it be? It's all
Onion,
layers.
Oh,
carrots, celery, mince, garlic.
Oh, yuck.
Do you get the dolmio tomato and oh, it's beautiful, mate. It's easy as well.
It's incredible.
What's your favourite homemade meal?
Oh God, she's got hunters. She's a cook for hit. Oh man,
Cooked for her?
oh,
Cooked
she's
for her?
amazing.
Cooked for hell?
She's amazing. See our traditional spaghetti
Fucking
ball.
sad guy. I just want to know what the BJ night is.
Oh, she's a cook for.
Dressed as a devil cooking
she's
the dinner,
amazing.
man.
You have a starter, main, and then a BJ. Fucking lovely.
Would you change that order or was that the order you'd stick with? I'd go
To be
BJ
fair-
starter, mate.
I just go.
I'd want to eat after that, do you know what I mean? You wouldn't want one of them after you've ate, 'cause you'd have a wee belly, wouldn't you?
Aye.
I would go that first.
Aye. That should be dessert, but shouldn't it?
Nah, because you're fat and sweaty and fucking stink like a steak.
Ah, it's interesting. How Kev lives there.
Kev's a man, isn't he?
Brilliant.
I think there was a lot of men that related to your...
Aye,
viral.
I did hear a lot of
'Cause the boys
messages
told me
on
about
the
it.
socials.
They felt for you.
Aye, they all felt for me, but they also can relate because they've all had the similar text. They basically said that you're describing my life. And I went, well, we're on the same boat, guys. We need to sit together.
Mate, somebody actually went in a proper detail with me on Instagram about like him and his wife separating and then getting back and how he can relate, and I'm like, mate,
Mate, he
shut
did the same.
the fuck.
He did to me. I got that message.
Did you get that?
Aye, he split up with her, got back together, and now life's good, but can relate to everyone now and then. She'll
Could
send
you-
me a
Andy needs to
text.
stop sending
couldn't do
messages like that.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't separate and then get back together.
How no?
Ah, fuck it. Separate, that's it. Done.
Fuck it.
Get to. Innit?
What have you missed her? What have you missed her?
Ah, well, so be it.
Did you just get on with it, huh?
Aye, if
Did you go get someone else? See, at your age, like, if you did split, would you go...
See, that's the one thing I've always says. I've been married once. I've been with my missus for, there you go, 30 years. I wouldn't get married again. Nah, quite happy.
No.
No, but I'm saying if you did separate, would you go and get another, or would you stay yourself?
I wouldn't get another woman, no.
No, just stay yourself.
Like a monk.
Like a monk for
I'd
life.
head to the hills.
Would you, mate? Aye.
Aye, I could do that.
You and your foraging up in the hills, not a problem.
What's the one thing over the years that you do that makes her most annoyed? What is it?
I do. Going out with yous, I think.
Is it going out? Mine
Just
would have
going out.
been...
Having
Mine's just fine
beers,
now with
aye.
that. Back in the day when we were young, it was going out.
I don't think she enjoys me. Like, she thinks, and I don't really go out too much, but when I go out, I go for it. I don't think she likes that. You know, so what's
Mind has gone to the. She hates me when I go to
She's
the
like therapy,
supermarket. When I go to the supermarket and I pick up what I need, and didn't pick up fucking anything anybody else needs. That was part two of the message. That was part two of the message. Part two said.
Goggy is part two.
Part two is fucking tough to read. Part two.
What do you
But
need
you
for the
only-
supermarket?
Well, I
Cans.
went for. No, I didn't go for cans. I went for Fucking cream for the dessert.
Cream for your nipples.
Cream for the dessert. Well, here's part two. Hear this one. You could have organised football strips, shin guards, kit bags for each child to take this morning. Instead of turning up half asleep and disorganised, you are modelling bad organisation to the boys and showing them your short fuse too. And it fucking pisses me off when you go to B&M and just pick up 2 items, open your eyes and pick up the things we need instead of expecting me to fill the cupboards all the time. You could have gone to the gym each day and started to actually give a shit instead of doing one walk and thinking you're the dog's bollocks. Don't turn around to me next week or whenever you're back to work and say you need 3 times a week for the gym because you've had all the time in the world this week. I'm exhausted with you. You've had all week. Just fucking gets going.
I'd say away and go and fuck yourself. Honestly.
So
I wouldn't have.
She was right because I was a bit a slob last week.
I know.
I was a slob last week, so she was right.
Aye, but come on, you
must be used to it by now.
See, but you've been
must be used to being a slob by now.
What you've been through in your life as well, even being as a player, they don't realise that you're under pressure.
No, I disagree with that. What you've done previously,
there is, but he's to support his family and all that, and what you've been through. Boy.
Nah,
What we're all going to say, I've been through something, I'm just going to go and do anything.
Aye, but listen, I think there's
nothing would get done.
There's a bit of give and take, you know, and I think this boy has given.
I've given.
I think he's taken a lot as well.
Right, Scotland.
Right, come on, massive week ahead.
Spain
Spain are flying, absolutely flying. The last 2 games, they absolutely battered the 2 teams they played, didn't they?
Can we cause another upset then? What did 4-3-3, usual Spain way sitter?
Aye, 4-3-3.
Rodri sitting.
What do you think we'll do? 4-5-1?
Big Rodri trotter.
No, I know 4-5 will be free. Oh, Tierney's it.
Will he change it? Will he change it?
Oh, who would come in there if he wasn't to change?
So Tierney, could we put Cooper in there, left side? Cooper.
Oh.
Could Cooper be a straight swap for Tierney?
Has Cooper been playing for Leeds? Does anybody know?
Yeah.
Has he?
Right.
Tommy Cooper, Henry Cooper.
Big McTominay too at the weekend.
I know.
By the way,
could you put him centre back?
Aye.
But then you take a lot away.
He has played there.
He has played
He
there.
has played there
In
for
the
Scotland.
three.
he's been phenomenal, hasn't he?
Aye.
The goals he scores when he gets forward, hasn't he?
2-0 yesterday.
That's phenomenal yesterday. What an attitude.
But this Spain,
He's got. That's why he's a football player. He's got a great attitude.
this Spain's
attitude, good
a free
athlete.
hit Spain because we're not expected to get anything over there, so we just need to take care of Cyprus and.
These games, this is Steve Clark's. This is he's basically just going back to killing mode, isn't he?
Aye.
It wouldn't surprise me if we get something, mate.
No, I think we
So if we get a draw, we've qualified.
I'd be very surprised if we come away with a result.
I think they'll struggle.
I think there's there'll be a wee bit of fire in their belly. They'll be up for it big time.
Hey, John Carver's. Blues better hope no, there's no fire in his belly.
Hope Lewis gets a wee shot, man.
Well, you've had enough fire in your belly earlier last week, I'll say.
Oh, I'd love Lewis. So put McTominay back, get Ferguson.
And get Ferguson.
Captain of fucking Bologna.
And see,
What made you need to do get a game?
I don't think that'll happen.
Well, it
It's
should
not going to
happen,
happen.
So what do you think maybe McTominay back and Gilmore in?
Aye.
I know, no, Gilmore was already playing.
We've seen it often enough. You'll go with the tried and trusted.
McTominay back.
So wait, sorry,
so he
just quickly, just so I get this right. Where's what's it been? McTominay, Gilmore, and McGregor in the middle of the pitch.
Yep.
McTominay's playing more for the right.
Comes in, he played the last game half the right, didn't he?
No.
McGregor and
Phone Faddy,
Gilmore.
please.
Aye, McGregor and McGregor.
Get right, shows it on this. Shows what Scotland have been playing.
Put it up again so he sees it.
We'll edit that wee bit out where we all just didn't have fucking clue there.
See this? Am I allowed to go for a pee now?
Aye, go, mate.
That's it there. Right.
Right, so what's Scotland personnel been?
McGinn.
Let's make sure we get this
Right,
right.
McGinn.
Aye, just right me.
No, go through the goal.
Put it up because Keir will see it in the camera.
Right, I'll hold it up for you wee boys.
The boy you brought in.
Gun.
All right. In here was Jack Hendry,
Yep.
Tierney, and in the middle here, Porteous. Porteous might be here, Jack Hendry might be, regardless, doesn't matter. Andy Robertson. Here, Hickey, who's outstanding.
Brilliant.
Right.
In here, you go with McGregor and Gilmore for the left-hand side to sort of come in.
Yeah, like a box.
And in here, John McGinn. Here has been Scott McTominay.
That's where Scott McTominay's been
Yes.
for Scotland.
Aye, and
But he was playing right side centre half before that in the boring days
Aye.
of Steve Clark. But since we've got Jack Henry come in and Porteous to come in, he's then pushed up into a more.
But then the problem I feel is recently he's been adding a lot of goals to
Aye.
Scotland and he's been a massive sort of attacking threat. So
again, my point was right that in here, he's not great. This is where he wants to play it.
I'm away 100%.
Right, okay.
Lewis Ferguson should get nowhere near the team. And then, I would love to. I think I'd love to get Lewis in the team. I would love to get Lewis in the team because he's used to, he's absolutely boss in Serie A. I mean, he's actually, as you say, get captain, but he's as a football player as well. What he brings is incredible.
But it's weird off camera, Derek saying he doesn't think he's ready for Scotland start.
He wants him back to 21s, didn't he? Archie came me. I don't know.
Scott.
Scott came.
Right, so what would you do now with Tierney out?
Actually,
Would you keep all this?
back yet? I would keep the McTominay and I would keep that midfield, and I would.
Just put Cooper in.
I think so.
I don't know if you'd go Cooper. What I would think they might do.
Suter?
I think you could maybe
Shooter,
put
definitely.
Suter, Porteous,
Near left foot, but-
Henry
But
between the
he's
three.
played there for Hearts before, mate. I don't think he's the worst at coming out on his left
Didn't
foot.
left hand side for Rangers. I know it's a 2, but
Yeah.
left-hand side.
And see, to be fair, Suter last season
like
scored
Suter.
the winner against Denmark, was it? And then he obviously got a couple of injuries. Not really been back in, so this is a good opportunity.
Hide. Come on, please. See his reaction will be brilliant.
Right.
Just get behind here.
Oh, where the fuck am I going to hide the size of me?
Who's the boys? Shows your tactics, you man.
Get your bobby.
Yeah. That was
That never worked.
Yeah, you're right.
It's hard to when you see Big Kev just masterclass.
We
So we got what we end up getting. We got Lewis
Got Lewis in there,
Yeah,
mate.
we got Lewis there.
Got him in the team.
Just play.
I don't think he'll be in the team, but
He should be.
So do you think they could have a 3 between
What about changing the shape altogether, Kev?
4-5. He might go for the 4.
5-4-1?
Like a 4,
Like a 5.
harder to beat. Because you could just drop McTominay back into a 3 with Gilmore and McGregor, couldn't you?
Or could you go... See the likes of Porteous, he's played as like a... Sometimes with Hibs beforehand, like as a sitting in front of the back 4. You could maybe have him in there and maybe put
Porteous.
Henry and... I don't know.
Well, Hickey could play as a right back, couldn't he?
Aye.
Robertson could play as a left back, and then you could go Porteous and Henry in the middle of the pitch.
But it doesn't matter who we've
And
got.
then you
We've
could
got,
bring on you would need a wide right to play.
we've got
Maybe
unbelievable
wide
personnel.
left.
We've got unbelievable personnel that we could actually make.
You put Lewis
Loads
Ferguson in then and put McTominay right.
Wide right.
Where's Lewis playing with Bologna, Derek? Centre holding?
Half-
he
half the
played a wee bit deeper against
So
Milan
he could come
yesterday.
in there and do that.
But he normally plays. He just plays off the front man, off the big boy's jersey. So, but the thing is, which is it's natural in him. At times he does track back. He will get back in there, but he was slightly deeper
I
yesterday.
think it's important to also, like, when we get the ball, we're going to have to keep it.
No.
No, I just keep giving it back.
Aye, but what I mean is in the midfield, the likes of
That's
Gilmore there, we're needing somebody like him to.
Yeah.
But that is a problem. How much of the ball are we going to have?
Aye.
That's going to be.
Is the best we can hope for a 0-0?
Aye.
No.
Set piece.
I think a
set
draw would be a
pieces.
great result, and a draw
well,
of
we
sorts.
qualified.
I actually genuinely think
but I don't think it'll happen.
he'll get at him. I think he'll get at him.
Do you?
I think he'll go. I genuinely believe it's a free hit because we aren't expected to beat Spain, and I don't think we're going to go there for a draw. Ideally, we'd love a draw. It would be amazing that's it wrapped up. But I think we take care of the other two teams.
So you may as well go and try him in.
May as well go and try and... Because that's what we did at home. And we went 1-0 up in Spain, we're like, oh shit. And then we managed to get the second goal and that was it. It was game over.
I just think the fear is if you do have a go,
Aye, what
a
happens?
team with the quality that you could get on.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? You could.
There's options there,
and
but what
don't
would you
want-
do, Simon?
I would go 5-4-1, mate.
5-4-1.
Sorry, 4-5-1. I would go.
4-5-1. Pack the midfield.
Pack midfield, mate. That's where they're good at it.
Yeah.
Gavi, Pedri.
Do you try and stop Rodri dictating stuff? Or is that very hard to do
I
in that
probably would.
role?
I'd probably stick somebody on Rodri.
And see what you're saying there,
Leave the centre backs on the ball, wouldn't you?
He
Right, and I'm not
moves
just-
it about all the
I'm
time.
not just saying it. That's one of the roles that he's done. Lewis or in Italy. See, like their main man that sits just in front of their back three or back. He sits on them.
So there
and
you go.
plays
I'd
off
just,
them.
what you said, I'd put McTominay right in the 4.
Aye,
but they
Gilmore,
could do that.
McGregor and Ferguson up on Rodri.
And put Ferguson into Rodri because he's
let
done that role.
McTominay plays.
Does Steve Clark know he's done that role? Because we could David known he's done that role.
Carver surely tells.
He done that with
surely tells Carver in the room. By the way, you
Aye,
played it.
aye. He done that with the
Calvin
boy
Eckley,
that was at Fiorentina, now at Man United, Amrabat. because he's a good player, by the way. And
Did Lewis play on him, did he?
he played on him and then just plays out.
Yeah, he ended up getting a massive move to Man United after it, so
Well, he's a good player. That's a good point.
I'm always joking. Boy, this has been very, very
good.
fun. Very fun.
Yep.
This is the bit was just nonsense about.
What was that? What is that you're drinking?
That zip keeps going down.
No slow, my wee man. Not slow at all.
No slow. Where are you going after this? What are you all doing?
Go and watch the game. City game's on.
Where are you going to watch it?
Might go and watch it the first half in the
I'm going to
pub downstairs and then watch
Didn't show
it.
it.
Right,
With no football downstairs.
I might do that for a beer. I need to find out where they are because I think they're going out for something to eat.
I'm going to
So
put my
no,
Uber.
so-
Who's going? Lewis or not?
I think Lewis, because we're not
Why don't we go with
'cause
Lewis?
He's meeting up later tonight, so don't see him for a while. But Carol's will be back to see him. But so I'll find out on the text. But I'll
I
have
quite
a
like
beer with
coming
you.
here for the podcast because see that pub, a wee pint and then up the road.
You were
Brilliant.
scraping him up. Remember?
Oh,
Fucking
so last week
embarrassing.
we us three were going for a pint after it. He gets a text again for the
Sorry,
wife.
boys.
Going to need to go, lads.
No good
Tough
enough.
times, isn't it? Like,
Listen,
No, to enjoy yourself, mate.
sometimes you just got to ride the storm and then you come out the other side.
that's it. Correct.
Just sometimes you got to put the, like you say, Derek, and I took advice for you. You lay low for a while.
That's it. Keep.
Bang.
Go ahead.
Could die tomorrow, mate.
When
Enjoy
when
yourself.
everyone's great, that's when you come out and you make it again.
Boy, sensational.
Islands in the stream. That is what we are.
No one in the
train.
Line dance, mate.
Sail away with me to another world. And if you lie on each other,
Now let's get again.
islands in the stream.
Derek
Ferguson.
Music.
Get your jeans off.
Crazy people. Crazy.